0244263902 0244263902 and also and I made videos no na Tony video line the other one no and I'm for say almost pay I don't know so they no so betu
0593
yeah
930110
okay
0593 930110 obetinu video aba na ya be share with the team for now before.
Okay, the office I bring you, Mr. For the Ebra videos in the BI catch them, and be brave. You reject it into me and more. The entrance, my can be. What this hotel was super and what noise I watch you no and then some get to a cry. Momo Diana Munini na Monfa Embrain. Nafi Yentia Munina no my drink chiramode eba. Come say don't kubebo. Nafi bepeji my breaking news a bit for and so aba na omo aba betrasi. Montana the Tony.
Godfather.
Emre yes Emre cry. Amamra ho na me hwede odi egu ho amayen. Tony Mitio ana Oh, yeah, they'll be once my banner.
Oh, there be name of a coffee appear and me bonabasopa.
Oh, okay.
Of a coffee appear.
Are they?
Oh, and upon one tenant.
I'm maintaining Cassay. I would do by candle. I would the coffee appear, veteran coffee appear, and I didn't with agro.
Before so be worry no. On any wife no, on which she would die.
Okay.
Just all worry no.
A coffee the only on your way. Unya.
Of a coffee appear. Why are you?
You know, coffee the minimum folks in so I learned dear. Debbie. All folks are now or young. And let's say, to see our crowd, if you couldn't move, I own offer. Almost harness I went few. On this old.
A fire dear.
On yourself.
Of fire dear, papa. Before so or wife, no, so I knew.
Yes.
7 days after, still are not.
Yes. Tony. Joyce. So worry no you calculate here about 6.5 months no way and now 6 months 6.5 but no Tony but utra nkontopo so for him me try the tosubi no me try the tosubi no mo am worry ya any 7 months am we no wo kama nyenkubita simbia ni hwa yeah wo kama wo achi
silence me free
no to the batch no come kufi an chance yesamo hey look ona yes mamunko
I want the legendary list so you me free me
okay.
no me worry
patchon me nye ready Tony answer me you mic the film me nye ready me tell bibia ko minimum yes minimum
anytime
oh worry na me ho
yeah
okay una mam frack the flex yes to two contain yes patchon you free 6.5 months if you appear there, don't go there.
My respect for papa.
So how much try now, Munyano? Aye, ma try now, Munyano.
Not me heard them they compare and Aquamia. Let me say ready. Any boafo.
Tony Montana.
Now Aquami Sunday.
Shankus of Dawood Heba on the needing 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah. Nana you know way come up when they so that more the house of work didn't know no more how more ne bompa ye ne wan
5 months na ya tesa ko desu
Tony yonko ya ko fi apia de ni nipa nyina yeah. Okay.
CP Godfather.
Intiwe.
Every last song you heard some so uncle for a crosso yema etil for any for kwaba. You ever shall say at the free Saudi Arabia says Steve Gerrard Mortia Hene former player Emma Liverpool coach kakra or Premier League no Aston Villa any other clubs. Na amfa say or Saudi Arabia Ali Tifak and Gerrard a coach na hompo still ano the money all for ama ne club Ali Tifak air contemplate say omo en sake na fe omo compensate no all hodomo yen to aso enko Newcastle omo inform striker unless that is shark likely say next summer obetimi every club mo akọ a bigger team and Newcastle has started pay the replacement Gabriel Jesus Arsenal striker na of Brazil no only any obi a yata say Newcastle for aboni din say that chimney say shark a free club ni makwa ono ebetimi ababe the replacement and so our a honomo yen to aso Real Madrid as well ya Rodrigo Brazil ni no buy no on sheda enyo more playing time ball no onye bi more Rodrigo tete bench side ama other clubs and so enya na Hendrick Hwasem and the A2J Hendrick eba no minute no onye bi more said here or pen no that is a Tottenham Hotspur a club or the Premier League omo enya Hendrick omo epe now yenko Rodrigo so Rodrigo Man City ehu say boy no as in the favorite position no and I'm Mbappe and I'm Vinicius nti role na ope or Madrid no onyambo and unti Man City epeso omo be fan next year na obebo ede emo Chelsea prepare na yate se Benoit but the shell defender no confirm Kessben Chelsea will be free her according to Fabrizio Romano or say there be Chelsea emboss up on omonya wadwene da because Benoit be the shell no or yet long-term project defender and yet net no mo gidi so menya so mfa so dash bi no ba be gina chirem tigra e de ama Chelsea nti omo de omo hwa akom omo we say my boy no enko e den a one day project ma be sine na so ama Chelsea team no wafa e de sine na so no nti omo ni plan bia say boy no omo be jai ama no so etimi akọ Arsenal defender William Saliba and I'm say so continue ha ni nchia na e konti side defender now of France no that is a PSG at table something around 95 million pounds say already says he can eba now William Saliba next year obesi na kan etimi ede amomo now when we say Variscalia Napoli omo Erin Galo free Georgia no Man United Ruben Amorim Obampo Onyambelduye nyame adoma mante no hye djumadi ase oye target kese pa Man United say next year there omo say omo ne ba na obegina when so na obebo ede ema Manchester United omo football club no yento aso ewo Man City asho ya Bernardo Silva Man City player and in the Champions League Man City Lisbon Portugal omo Sporting ana ebo na nkofo say as a Man City omo peke no mo choose competition na omo say omo che Champions League na your dream say omo beje nti Premier League no omo ni eni ho because Bournemouth omo last week here Nemo Bernardo Silva say omo mpeke enchusu tournament any competitions are omo airbo omo at a priority out to all the champions player omo enso airborne ho wey henen sama Bernardo Silva at the tuja
11 players inside the box that most teams that's the way they play right now and the last two games were two completely different games. Tottenham, obviously a different competition. The manager tried different things with a lot of rotations, and we accept that defeat. Obviously, we don't choose competitions, but we accept that defeat. Bournemouth much more frustrating for me, at least personally, because it's a competition that right now it's our main competition, the one that we always focus more in the beginning of the season. And they were just better than us. That's what's most frustrating about. They just put more intensity in the game. They won all.
No, our Kessben so osenya no kreda say Man City omo priority Champions League and until league any other cup games no omo emfa wo se no krabia enso enimo edu was say goodbye to Arsenal and right ye be kan so free club no enso akọ na Arsenal say current squad no majority of the players no Edu Gaspar ya wo no our Kessben so no these are players no eba ye intime kala teta ne smooth run na say all enjoy our Arsenal so ye and the first 11 picture ya wo our Kessben so first 11 year displaying na no players on Edu Gaspar and nano so mamo so etimi eba Arsenal omo aso ye na okọ Spain ana Musubrani atwifa Valencia Krono so ama bebia aye deja niema sese japade ahwede pi ana ya hwere ho na yekọ Valencia Krono oni hu se nkwada bi ebobo na arehopa o ateche bi mu a nkwada na omo enamu esi akan a na enye easy cranty Valencia Krono on kits no a start se omo edi agro nti mu a mo Kessben TV no we eye emfikyire bi nsuo no twia fa Krono so na young boys no agada kakra bi a omo enso etene o mapomu enso honomo eno adasiri a games outdoor etimi to aso January eko wini e kaba kwa Palma entimi anti Super Mario akwasi Bewa Balotelli eno ada otimi emeke ne debut e de ema ni new club January na eno a ofri bench e ba no na enye easy kra enti Balotelli eno ada omeke ne debut the Emma Genoa and game no Cosonano second half on a coach a change at the Super Mario Obemu ape as usual and a better Kobe and Koye Emma referee Emma yellow card Casasa and Super Mario is back and on the referee nipa on Tiasi also take away also got Chemiskakra DNT and also Ubukimi yellow card ready and Mekino Mintiasi and na Super Mario Nanebu a football no want to asu win Kabakoa a Palma omo entimi anti Patrice Evra a former French defender or boy Emma United Juventus and other clubs or say Pep Guardiola or no any coach or be a bonabaso nenso no coach nso or say football Pep Guardiola or my players no I say robot pass on kwa ama defenders kro no omo basic duty omo enye ye ka coach o good football pa Pep Guardiola mo mentie sama Patrice Evra or the atuja.
He's one of the best manager. But Guardiola, he killed the game. And when I say that, people will say because it's United and City. No. Because now we got robots. Academy. Everyone want to play like Guardiola. The goalkeeper have to be a number 10. A defender, center-back need to tackle, put his head, like those kind of things. But now everyone want to play amazingly. This tiki-taka, only Guardiola can do it. Why everyone is copying Guardiola? This is, we have no creativity. We are no genius anymore. You will never see a player like Ronaldinho anymore, or Hazard, or whatever. Because when he's going to be young, you know those coaches, what they're going to tell him? If you don't pass the ball, I put you on the bench. All football comes from the street. I think Guardiola is one of the best managers. But
Guardiola, or come on, kill football. Say, Gogi Pampa, or yes, number 10. Yenya play BM to say Ronaldinho and a Hazard because coach Pep say plays possible one pass here you do better bench football no Pep e kan one egu no ho Jamie Carragher and Atitibi e the man Mikel Arteta Jamie Carragher or a pundit formerly no ball Emma Liverpool retire England national team so tell bia na onyabiba also her signings Arsenal for aye na Mikel Arteta or a student of Pep Guardiola ne start mu on Pep aye adwuma nti o san ke hu se Pep say the super tikita kan nka Mikel Arteta be bossa na so waswoshe amase say aye Mourinho ne body bi na Mikel Arteta e de Arsenal for e bom meeting nsam Jamie Carragher or the mai
Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho are the two most dominant and successful managers of the last 15, 20 years, but they're at both ends of the spectrum in terms of style of football. You look at the players brought in here, what's the style they want to get to? You see that, and it is morphing towards Jose Mourinho. Now, again, it's not a criticism for Arsenal or Mikel Arteta, it's analysis. Because this is a guy who's won the Premier League 3 times. Arsenal haven't won the Premier League for 20 years. So it's just where he's taken them. But if you think of Jose Mourinho as a manager, if he took over my club, what would I think I was getting? My first thing would be thinking, my team's going to be strong defensively. No doubt about that. Arsenal is strong defensively. Height and strength and power in my team. We've just highlighted that, about the size and the power of this Arsenal team. That's what you get from Mourinho. That's what you're getting from Arsenal right now. Set-piece reliance at times. You think how powerful Drogba and John Terry were at Chelsea. That's exactly the same with Arsenal. Rely on set pieces, especially.
And the Arsenal for so but and name that Silver Junior Eco Prior na rehopa so be our partner feel for 1 year na obebɔ kakra ɛde ama ne club Al Hilal na Neymar ɛno aso akɔkɔpra enti ɛna game a Neymar ɛbɔɛ no ɛna we enjoy bi our Kessben so dada no ho yi ball as usual the ball fell from Kofo 3 so Neymar opulu muscle onya hamstring injury and to between 2 to 3 weeks no Neymar onye available obetena fie na no ɛna Neymar say ɛna feeling like a cramp na they very very strong ɛnɛ na obekɔ ama doctors examine no na ɔbɔ mpayɛ sɛ something serious about normal na for no so timi asia kan also a footballer na otena fie for over a year na oba otimi setback say Neymar ɔbɔ mpayɛ sɛ wey enye injury ɛde ne betena fie enso ache kra yento aso ewo Thiago Motta Juventus manager o se ne ma achamo bo ewo Lille no kwan bia so se nkunimdi no ekọ ede ema Juventus na onu se Chelsea Enzo Fernandez onjintum se also coach at the neutral bench enti se Chelsea ebekọ so amana neutral bench dia ene next year either Barcelona or Inter Milan sa two clubs ndi obi na so ebia no ono Enzo Fernandez no obechi so obetima kwesina kan because Chelsea there on say that enter bench or honomo na Thiago Alcantara season be share say no Barca na oge one of omo coaches na ofri honomo say there why ni bibia de dem a next year obesa return na wa join Hans Flick any Barcelona omo Enzo a coaching staff no 2025 January na obesa Jumebim Eddie ama Barcelona omo Enzo a club no later Matthias a former Bayern Munich player osina kan Eddie my club ni Ginedimpi now beka ya be 2-3 weeks ago Barcelona atete Bayern Munich by 4-1 oso sa skola na yehu ye no eno ano e sune Barca ene Bayern Munich enhia biem ema Barca enhom 4-1 sa results no ensi biem happen that wey any some Luther Matthias so Eddie Atujua Karim Benzema Eddie Futuo ama Kylian Mbappe so Mbappe on function through say the favorite position no or compete with the best player in the world Vinicius and on April o say Mbappe or so attack it from the left so position no do you better Vinicius Junior say on function through so or number 9 a new role and all buntu onye ni bibia say number 9 no sad ye ne dia goals no be flow e di amano e o Madrid jitum say pressure on so Madrid over 1 2 3 games now we see a goal a bigger club and here then ya media be sate so omo tata mentally player no and so enya strong also tipo Madrid time akofa be rachi omo off no e hompo and our players no enya confidence into a full Champions League no according to Benzema or see a Real Madrid and a BJ Eddie SC omo and so and as the Corinthians omo match omo e boy against Palmeiras no ye hu say and matutu obi aba park so ye ko here pork nantweti prekoti and obi ato Eddie aba park so said ya wo hwan foni e wo Kessben so na ne ka se ebia e toy na so police team ko hwe no almost there be enye toy bia eye pork preku ankasa na omatwaniti no de ba park Corinthians fans no start say omo eto e dey park no so against Palmeiras sa prekoniti no na that Kessben television so Napoli omo nam kwa so eko Istanbul ne nyina no Victor Osimhen say Turkey no hwaye Osimhen de pa ama ni club obo say Galatasaray ene Napoli also obolo de magala omo be so mo try na deal no omo ni permanent honemon Arturo Vidal apostle for ababe fan because omati omo ehwemu gang rape bi Arturo Vidal ne ho enso etimi epiem a enye esikra award you know adaroma enre no edwane ntinkofo ekroso nsem no we so ane yegina na yede asie
enkofo ekroso nsem no yede besia na quickly yako na yakofa Daud Heba nkra to kakra bi aba mo messages no edoso ewa ha enti ni nyina no ebo modern ayi nkra enso de free ho na fe WhatsApp videos amode beboa program ni nyina no enso ye ne krado Dr. Daud kakra bi Okay. All right. Enti mpisiramo monfancha me na fe yebeba yesi eno no enye crowd sisia technicians no eye crowd am de bewuram amai na fe yeti eye Dr. Daoud any ointment no nsem kakra but say the meko na mene Dr. Edmond Arthur akotwetwe nkomo kakra yeba na de hobia de abeto amuso Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra. Maminsha way quickly what is happening to Dreams FC should be a concern to every football loving fan in this country because it becomes obvious that before the start of every season we have 3 clubs which are automatically immune to relegation. These clubs are Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, Hearts of Oak and Dreams. If Dreams do not improve upon their performance in the first round, then we'll be hearing a lot of penalties, and that will not be good for the image of the league. Justice Mampon SM Health Center and Atuwe Amaniyen and so ewaha. All right. Ma yenshe we and so Kessben Sports no size Kodja Sempano no. You guys are doing a great job. Good morning. Please, is wrestling real or acting? It's important to me. Please clarify this for us. Yedasi. Yebeba na yebehwe ninyina enso ede amount. Dr. Edmond Arthur, atrasi mami kon work quickly na yebehwe the doc. Doc say
Sejo, pachunya miado.
Ede nyango po asipa. Rest no so rest still, eh?
Oh, me rest.
Sir.
Me go so me rest bank kakra.
2 days we are rest here. What's not sorry see about TV. Wow. Onam pedjuma pa. Etie for na hwefo etwen. Den na de brain there.
Yo, Sejo, me that's be for opportunity kesia with the amami on the Kessben management and yen cherish listeners with production queue no so. Anopay ye pese issue and de kakra. On Sejo, and now here nkoma me started na me kasa afa occupational health
Okay.
Na eno me free hand ma me call hospital no ene me bi see maami bia owo ni 68 ne by medical doctor o US.
Okay.
New Jersey state. Na waka chere ne maami say no ompe baby enko hospital onfa ne ho nko. I mean, onya a specific hospital no moment there. As a medical doctor, baby, I will recommend your man my minister a balm of Gilead clinic. And no mammy buy a more free, a mammy, in fact, Nebano Idinkomo. And he was so impressed about the kind of educations are Yadiama airwaves and some of the Nema Makan or no any patient, one more. A practicalizer, in fact, the results aba.
Okay.
On say, offer Jim Benegana, a bini outside the country, but on say offer other venegars, but to say apple cider money other way be ho. And according to the patient or may hypertensive or may diabetic now, I am a content control in terms of Ebiano. Oh yeah, how is just what starts or the vinegar be gumina ama swati. Why portion side do also with the no part in time no what they are more patient in my air working so say air work man dia adana na maame o Ghana dia o man maame emma baby I mean obenya results eno nti no me pese me fasa akwanya so na me kachire etiefo ne ahwefo a sebi mo maame mo papa mo nua no mo ebi mo eyare say baby a nipa ne betime nya hoto pa eya asumdua hoto ahoto bi o ase do nya asumdua o ha ahoto bi o a enya asumdua
nim
ha ebonwene eta ho
bebrebe
ha obe manage condition no but at the end of the day no complication be dey chiraba
sure
that is why oba balm of Gilead that you focus on the nutraceuticals with diet nutraceuticals in organic medication a everyday agya tumu a nkofo beka se eye supplement na ye do to diet based therapy so diet based therapy no eno na ye content control ya portion size and then pattern say o didi na aduane ne ye kama say den no wendi in the right time aduane ne bitimi abaye toxic system ni mo so o didi na udidi at the right time say me didi ntem na mmom no enam ne srade niema ne egosu bebre na even krampo unidi anajo na mmom udi this content a ebetuma mo wayare ebasa it is all the content e consume. That is why I have to mostly advise the public say so condition be to say lifestyle issues, diabetes mellitus, high blood pressure, hypertension a balm of Gilead. You pay any let me amount timeline. I catch you say putting all things equal no focus so much on the lifestyle protocols I dey no and one blood pressure a chronic illness but you bet my put into remission abra one udi niyama so beka baba ya onuma drubim and unti say o tie me pa na say o esichiri yare a me pese in fact unya akukuduro pa ne arehemu say oba you bet me put into remission na ya beka baba ya che say jo anope mami educating nkofo kakra omomfa nche me say anope me use some technical terms kakra say jo nnuane a yedi no enante during that period and your friend be motility I can't say motility na during that process na aduane ne nante no your friend be peristalsis. That is where enuane no enema bi befrefra na secretion of enzymes na digestion enuane no emu bubu and so na absorption at take place. Udidi wi a enuane na wudi ye na carbohydrate starch enuane emu ampisie semeti ya no pe sajo onsa no pe manoa ye den because medi emu tuo mienu with enkaten kwan to the glory of God. Yes.
Wow.
Imri na imri be 3 egum with salmon.
Ofi.
Wo adwumam. Me to aduane abonti.
Okay, me kai what catch.
Oye mami. Oh yes.
Na de ko adwuma.
Enya peche mpo normal. So what as peche dia na obi te akwe wo wini no menye sai normal.
Na mutu amre ni ade nyina wo de se peche.
Sem obi o ha emre no ne de be ya kokko nam ne nam bi me de emre na me. Emre na me na fish kakra kan.
Okay.
Ha, enti me kone se ana se me di ade nya apomden. Enti ama mano aye de ana enkaten kwan na me di na no pa no. Eye fat. Me hia excess calories a metime dia exert me ye we me yesi me kasa basa na me ben no.
Nkate kwan ye.
Enkaten kwan ye, ben nkate kwan ye ewo anopa.
Mutua binom.
You treat me based on my health status.
Okay.
Me penam bibre because me protein was so be no be kasa kwai or low protein. Enti enya stature ne dey determine who you are, name or lab report.
Okay.
Me penam bibre bisa because me protein was so because me pemok pa. Monk because me no tea more.
Okay.
Me no me vitamins a tea na me do no me pensua raw insure de no moduru.
Okay.
Ti say bia me de biogen agu nsu na me no na say my yes some liquid bi na me de anom na enkwan na me de anom
aduru. Tea ni nkwan na no.
Oh yes, me mfa nsu no nkwan.
Wow.
Aduru.
Aye.
Me nye bi krada.
Okay.
Me nye bi da.
I see.
Yes.
Aye adwuma so be.
Aye adwuma. Be no nche so bi ndimachi. Meme system, the meme practitioner.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ghana hanum yeah the bia obi beka so doctor Krasi no ye ntumi me ko ibi David me pacho dia wo call hospital doctor tell no. This is a pepe. So we did wi a.
Yeah.
Enuane no ka omoja ni temporary na nyame amasafoa insulin. Ehini ama wo cells no. Na ade ba ko etin say what did they read na ebiaka no yewo reserve aduane a liver na reserve na or preserve.
Okay.
Eno no your friend glycogen.
Okay.
Sa glycogen no abra unya ni di ya na ekomede wo no.
Okay.
Na liver na release aba back to normal. Ama na say be glucose. Na eno no yewo some technical terms bi a use. Eho no menko ho saa. Na ekoba se there is no excess any lie so me kasa wo baby academician wan kamedi beto no mo bom nsem mame e basa no mani age be se jo the moment start na wo liver na release na asano fufuro baba ka your friend ketones and no breakdown of fats na sa ketones no enkofo mo tie escape breakfast once no am here occupational cancer and health.
Yeah.
Enkofo bebre ye adwuma ba no pa omo escape breakfast ɛtoatoa so bebree a wo energy level anasɛ ɛkwan a wɔsɛ wɔimputu wo ho wode yɛ adeɛ no ɛbɛba fam ana in doing that no ketones no bɛyɛ bebree ɛwɔ blood no ma ɛfrɛ bibi ketone acidosis ɛba saa ɛtumi ma wonya issues bebree na back kakra obi o a ɛna nwumre obedidi bɛyɛ 3 pm instead of so obedidi 5 or 6 pm no opese odidi ntem be unim udidi a within a space of 10 to 12 hours no why fasting so fasting na why no so when obi a wo esichi yare a wodidi ntem be se 2 and 3 ene no anopa 6 otena wo check sugar na ebe kosoro. Why? Because there has been a release of a stored glucose, a glycogen. And Tiabasana, unidi in terms, but because of say a day before, say, diabetino, udidi in terminal, and Ushiga no enya normal, how I was expecting to check every costro. Okay. Many say, do what you say. But Sanka udidi by 5 or 6 p.m. Emma Adriano, the calories are normal. Emma and dear chamber 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. no check sugar na ebe normal. Nkofo bebre e with this issue. Okay. Where diabetic. Or your content control portion side be ban the partner enema nkoyi. Enu nti so oba bam of Gilead say yo. Enu ne nema ye di beating nkofo say yo dey bia me kase say school na ye kɔ no. Enya baba ne yewe. Sure. Yes, ye practical based people. Enu nti me obi betena manimu a anaso betena me team a me no omo ehwe nkofo ni mu a ye nim ne ye enye se ya wewe baba ne ye keka ne ye pe eno nti ye be hre pa se ahombrasemu a se wo pe ba bia obenya apomodin pa dia eye balm of Gilead se yo me hre tie for say biogin vinegar no omo to be de tie pa ne se o to na odi gu nsuo ma onom no wadro me njai nom o pese wo jai nom dia se yo ahombrasemu omoba balm of Gilead clinical near domato nutrition so organic medication so na no no de why dey wo frɛ ho eno nti ebe hwe biogin ebi wase ha oba ha obenya bi o Kessben ha Mr. Moatin any blibli ho asidata we sinso bi o ba bi organ na bia nso no o frɛ ya obenya bi ana me hwe nso say o inso biogin so a exercise kakra ka ho didi ntem nso kakra onu aduane na odi bi nso agum especially carbohydrate foods no e ba ne saa ubon se wa won call review e wo hospital na yenso wa ba ye ho no obenya results enti akwedi me ka se fiti obiti ebesi ni na se do so bi yare a baby obetimenya results e balm of Gilead eno nti for diabetes ne brain for blood pressure ne brain for halitosis ne brain halitosis no enum kankan but start free baby start free baby obi or hemorrhoid ana hemorrhoid you be cast a pulse but start free baby gastrointestinal error about vagus nerves buama incretin hormone buama nnuane enwudi in terms of the right digestive processes ne nema kolie no oba ni na ye chiro obi a wata go through a lot of stressful activities psychological stress and kind of say physical stress etimi ma obenya koko psychological stress ana physical stress etimi ma wonya koko because ebe ma spend some Amazon na ewo to no a flare up ebe pai e pai sa unni option bia say because of say onnum nsuo unni fiber foods no emboa ma o gas system how o say enema kɔ no enkosa ebasa bon say enema ayebasa me patron number no 0539 86 38
0539 86 38
ana 0240 51 21 71 0240 51 21 71 say yo me person me din chia kese pa ba akokɔ me nuanom a omoye heba ne other hospitals a ye boa Ghana for.
Yeah.
In fact, obi a boa adwuma.
Yeah.
On say adwuma no menkwa mentimi nkanche menkwa me nso obi amara me ho. Mpacho nyame hira mo a mo ba fidi so nyina ne yenua no mo a ye boa Ghana se ne be a Ghana apomden ebekɔ soro. In fact nyame hira mo pa. Se jo ye kɔ die na Balm of Gilead yo the cabin MTN for the train na hotel anes and opposite oba Accra nso ayo West Legon ana Kumasi nso send medical can Accra nso West Legon takwa de Anaji Choice Mart wo ene wo na mi sure pa
Doc yebeda sipa na momra Kessben security post wo form ho blue amwati no momo ho nyina no beboa na wanya bi ato sa so na konkran Kessben aswe ho I was circle telecell building no and you know and didn't hear the ko na honsu benya bi atoni miamia hodo pi ewo omaimu. No, he said in Katikwan is only good in the morning. Let him explain it better for us because we mostly eat in Katikwan in the evening. And if you zungo we lecture for time na so.
So you seconds. Wait a second. One second Katikwan no the chain no in terms of digestibility rate no digestibility rate at time a fast one a digestive a mububu ha within a numera depending on individual body metabolism na say kwan e mububu fa no e be tuna ba say wo as an individual e be chance na digest na build the excess fat but no pan the wudi ye no o fa ha o kwa ha o yesi ntia be mo abene calories be to bit made na no pa anase area aha na etimi aboa me yendi kodum fa nkate enkan we different thing altogether this way the kodun nkate no be 30 to 1 and san wa be di kodun aka
ana be di kodun first
and sana
ada
mpatwan na mom kwa ya toton de utimi di red nkate e chemistry food chemistry.
Wow. Papa o say dietitian can see pa from where doctor ne nyama wo sua gu ni trimu no masters no third one and all year BSc no way mienu dada ready yakupon chichem kakra na manfo so nya de bi na wonkwa ni baba ko. All right, yemfansia Dr. Monatha and yete ne nka no yet it was so I'm one of these days I have to report you and your crew to the president. Oh, sir, what are you you tell us the program will start at 9 a.m. and we all be seated, but we'll start somewhere around 10. But you hand over to breaking news exactly 1 p.m. Please, we don't like that. Mohammed, Air Force Base, Tamale, and a message, and so Abasa. Okay. Yebehwe na yasisa enyomem kakra enso ede amamo Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra. I was reading an article online that says Chelsea are interested in Anthony. It should be illegal to have Anthony or Mudryk in the same team. Pablo Escobar, Oyibi Aquinas boy, 2006 batch. Eho ena say na unso owo. All right. Mamisha way quickly. Talisman do the idea ba okohwa bomb. Intimi nkohwe okra na fi because Julian Caesar edi eso. Julian Caesar ase wakakra intimi de better later na mahwe eno other messages are eno eba no ebi efre hifa. Mamisha way enso quickly. Osi say Thank you and your awesome team for a great service to Mother Ghana. Claiming player fatigue after just 9 matches is ridiculous and unreasonable, especially considering the season's extensive demands, that is league and FA Cup matches. If it's indeed true that the players are fatigued, can we then attribute it to lack of season planning? Did Coach Ogum not anticipate this type of schedule? Was there inadequate preparation, pre-season preparation? Are the training methods ineffective? So modern coaches prioritize conditioning and adjust formations to conserve energy. Other teams face similar schedules and adapt with their excuses. So Coach Ogum should know that these excuses won't suffice. Results matter. I've supported Ogum, sorry. I've supported Ogum all the time. But if these players we are still struggling to win matches with, then he may have to go. Anyway, happy birthday, Coach Ogum. Ajimandia, anyway, every New York, America, mem, and so Abeka Yensa. Imagine you are a coach of the Black Stars. Will you call Thomas Partey in the next Black Stars call-up? Say, I want your crew's take on this. Now say, Dunko Nofin, and Amayensa, and so I can't message ewa ha and anopay. Okay, Mami Julian sees quickly. Please, I think you and your crew and football fans are not being fair to Nate. Let him to expose to all in the name of professionalism. No, not one of those who argue that Newton is not being professional want to bite that hand that feeds him. Okay. Aside his contract with the club, didn't permit him to expose them to the world. He is their secret weapon, not a public announcer. I think Kessben Media is perfectly aware of the repercussions of his two rules. Yet him to work station place is a common practice globally. Yet clubs don't complain because they rarely have experts to get a job done, regardless of how much expose journalists do on their teams. Fans of the clubs should advise their clubs to hire experts because the game is more dynamic than they think. In other news, my advice to Newton Latte is that at times he should be measured. He goes overboard. How can this Kumasi and Tiko team can Africa and very well when he knows there are so many actors in football? At times, he should numb his emotions, and it will do him so much good in his career. At times, he should numb his emotions, and it will do him so much good in his career. Julian Caesar, and anyway, Abranti so papa. All right, Andy Kem.
You know,
Awa.
Say you.
There be now phone so now social media. Now we're there.
I pick a lot of news over there.
Okay. Just say time be a one case piano phone. And the came the say ochen okra. This is more than $9 or social media. No, it's true. Yes. Unyasika pa mo disika wo friends YouTube near there. The crew how can be. Yeah. Who DJ KA.
Young grand out for the man now they
dollar brand any dino. And you mean yango suatwe.
No, on the new boy
With him to but any day be me to ready. Okay, and then echo news you go p.
O message is not there me interest to mu here.
More interest o message. Okay.
Thomas step party next call up be part of the squad.
Okay.
I don't know. Me who the intel was a blasters next call up your friend Thomas step party. There be my friend. Me dear. Me say me coach you.
That's we pra and now we pra. Didn't our own friend.
But he wasn't injured.
Okay.
You know. He only decided not to honor the call up for his own personal reasons. Obviously, as IT issues concerning pitches, for his own personal good, you might have to agree. But me and me coach, one show respect to the national colours. I will not give him a call up to the next call up. But he is a good player in our ranks, or a top player to play for Atletico Madrid. Consistently at the highest level of football in the European terrain, it's just all born home. Say Arsenal, this is be foul. Now be ball, dear mom. Now, upon all the signings Arsenal signing in Ano, because Partey is competing with national players. Declan Rice, Obama England, Miguel Merino, Obama Spain, Jorginho Krawa Emreno still for the Italians. Sergio Odegaard for the Norwegian national team. Kahaves in ye. Still, we are good enough to be part of the Arsenal team. It's just oh yeah, dear pa. No crew woman says a Partey switch camp no baby pimo ha. And what dear bon or dear man the clubs on to me my the same thing. Again, what were the reasons why he didn't turn up the last caller? Or say what yare? Your doctor say omran ye examine. Or say there be on to me to play more than 7 hours from London to Ghana. Near examine. The next week I'll book him for Arsenal. For me, he wasn't it. Yes. Yes. I'll book him for Arsenal. You know, me who say one show respect to the Blasters. One show respect to the national colours. And now again, Partey and Kasan so baby Pimo Blaster na and what they born ya to say in Kuyi. Partey 6 near Rabu Dianibiana. A Yajima Badu Dianibi. The 8 near Yajima Badu and our castle Dianibi no Obama Blaster. And I'm a Jidas Meru Dianibi. You in Finfin Hod or Yedemae. No, I'm saying that the next caller we don't have to consider him.
But next, no swear.
I can't say my friend Bio.
It's time many friend.
Young him kakra. You know. I am quite him kakra. No, I'm not saying just one day we don't have to consider him.
I didn't try.
You know, I've given the
so friend dear. Later our friend dear. Then a friend is here.
There be Sergio. Alternately, now your Bob matches. None in microphone who say Blasters a bomb match. Now I'm friend. Open who the consequences. You know, a national team call up. Yeah, honey, and respect. You need an microphone and for call up or musu. Or more family, a cried said yes. And you can ask the players. So only national team materials with team, need do international break no more quarter de be out while you show respect. You are not a Brazilian. And work as a more pool of quality when you're France.
Well, Profit and a whole ton.
Party, he wasn't injured, you know.
Oh,
he wasn't injured.
For plane, my bro, baby, I made Bruno. I feel I made a better plane, my transfer coming and a better dinner. Okay. It's boy, dear, move and
okay.
What's wrong with that?
You buy that one, I won't. Oh, dear, overturn, I won't.
Okay.
It's Yemen internet. See our games. Games, me no an army and son. You Angola, you Sudan. Let's give other opportunity to other players and let's see how those players will fare. They could to other or not calling.
Our now so will be careful.
Sergio Media can man upgrade. We need to move beyond him, Sergio.
In front of 2 eyes.
Yes, me to me.
Permanently.
I see we need to move beyond him.
Me and Friend Bill.
Yes, for me.
Hey,
this is what I see, Sergio.
The
Sergio, I have not seen that commitment, Sergio. Recently, especially.
But who know other players?
Yeah, but Kasa commitment to national team, Sergio.
If you talk about commitment,
yeah.
Is he the only player on show commitment? And my Black Stars, she said, who's on no committed, no. And you don't want other players come.
And you don't but penny see no. Sergio, for me, I think we need to move beyond him. For me, this is how I think. This is what I think.
Wow. Okay. I'm on for messages here. Okay, narrow. Yeah.
I will invite him in our next assignment. You see, my dream is a pride. Yanyin to so prano. Ya dream and a yes, you near dance. I say now pride. Metie a shishimasu say no so a but you don't have sufficient grounds.
Yeah.
The entire year cancer and say the last game no we and I think said the international break it took about 1 week and then almost subsequent game he played.
Okay.
And only near Mabi GDA say and throw no trial. But for me, the other way medically and say the FA will request for the medical details. Say my examine almost a prayer. Either so beba me abe examine and now say your medical details. Doctors usually need to pass or be fakey play a big conditions. I don't know say Ghana forecast or no more examine no if we our case we prayer na say for examination keke wɔ Ghana there on flight mu 6 hours in 6 hours out only to be assessed but not to play there ofuzo mumfanche no.
Okay.
For me, the next thing would have been say, okay, let's get the medical report on your examination. I don't know if the FA medical team did that or not, because doctors are more common clients. They sometimes, especially football, no, they are able to say client in the to me in the document and more assess.
Oh yeah, so mo kai so mra. No mo so assess it.
Yeah, me can say. Yeah, me can say. Wa mano examination na Arsenal medical team ni yeye. We declare unfit, no. They could as well request for those reports. Whatever it is, the yen yet kano, ya gain na ye say na umpray. But we don't have sufficient evidence to prove say indeed na umpray no so umpra.
Okay.
We are no the free honoma, the commitment and the performance there. See no so near see a head will be a woman on a club or club level. Eno do de bema ye national team ni ejina so dia ene nka kudusi ye mfreno semenyo ye mfreno Jordan ayu ye mfreno Inaki Williams crowd and Ken Trinity because almost all of them perform far better at the club level than the national team. Inti say low performance and ye tunidin commitment there then almost all of them are not committed to the national call. And for me, I think say I wasn't happy about the fact that the guy didn't come. Yeah, who to say Jordan so enam national assignment here obeba aba dressing room any obe kasa abo machi doma mo masi akan. So for me, in terms of commitment, sacrifice, our previous captains to say Stephen Appiah, Andre Adane Diachi na mine. But that is not enough for me to say I won't call him. I will invite him. But so Banami feel say be within the team better than him, and then I can go ahead and bench him. Okay. That would be my position.
All right. What is Evra saying? Guardiola and the other managers that love tiki-taka style of play and killing football. Yeah. They are always okay. They always play that style and get the result they want. To me, I think the tiki-taka style of play has limited players from exhibiting their full potentials, like skills, dribbling, etc. And this is gradually making football lose its entertaining and exciting aspect that we, the fans, love to see. Sikapa, Methodist Hospital, Abrasu. Comments on this.
Pep is not killing football. I won't say Pep is killing football. Pep on country will be as a mission and star. So you me ditum se coach BS so na or win trophies or be not influence on coaches. Up from NS Appel, Vittorio Pozzo, Norio Rico, Rhinos Michel, the great Mario Zagallo, the great Tele Santana, Cesar Luis Menotti, the Babisi, Carlo Ancelotti, Giovanni Trapattoni, Saha the Babisine. Obi obe successful be a influence on other coaches eso. And for Pep to have influence on Bono Aston Villa. Pep no sa ball no green passing and the movement in order to deny the ball. So because he was the best dribbler in the sport. So under Pepper the entertaining from games. He just down or trying to hold an enough faso to stance sorry to play at the ball. The winning beyond. But you know that is a style. Doesn't force anybody to copy his style. And your coach is sleeping the hunness, any team sleeping the hunness say. se ne ball no be we a you need to go the Pep way na medika ka say sa asem na omo ka say sa creation na omo ya mana to ama obi a Pep coach a Pep coach a about the style of Pep no. Coaches who are dominating and coaches who are winning have a different method from Pep. And I know we can say, look at Obi Tise Simeone Inzaghi in the Italian Serie A. Conte Anuya. Those two coaches don't go by the style of Pep. You go to the French Ligue 1, Opeke Luis Enrique, Ofa Eddie Huta. These are two coaches almost perform more. You can add Bruno Genesio. They don't go the Pep way. Almost style. Okay. Now you go to Spain. Hansi Flick combined the Spanish style alongside the German style. And you said the almost so direct. You said the almost quick. You the intelligent play in midfield. And he said almost so incisive and purposeful. Pep love to relax, play the game, take the game to the opponent, maintain possession, make sure so be control na ball yan konkoche. That is Pep. On country obi ase general obi anko. Coaches don't need teams to decide, especially in England. And no more decide say, your team no yet, that's say you perceive a winner, you go the Pep way. Carlo Ancelotti in recent times has been dominant in Europe. Carlo doesn't play the Pep way. And you who coaches are, tell you Pep framing competitions, they don't play the Pep way. It's the fact that coaches are copying Pep does not mean Pep is ruining football or destroy football. It is a matter of choice. So also go for different coach. Now the binary results are fine. Pep will start there. So you'll be restricted and you should make sure you play according to the style of Pep. So who you play and that's Obana want me and move through the star down Emfa. It is the reason why Pep loves to go in for young South American players. Uncle for already made for no. Because you know South America for no me already made no ba won't me restrict him. So he had problem with Abrante Sergio Aguero. But Pep Kofa Douglas Costa, he changed the style of Douglas Costa. Into Korea Kofa, Gabriel Jesus, Abra na Usana Oba, Okofa Julian Alvarez, Abra Usana Oba. But South American guys no match or bonus netima, or more stars no. You cannot change their style. Into General Pep Uncle country will be also be a fan style, and I won't accept that or say football.
You see, General, a quick one.
Issue
a very interesting issue. Yes. Let me be very frank. When Guardiola or Barcelona are no more conquer basically Obiano, no much share me dimpa. In fact, hardly did I watch Barcelona games under Pep. Because she game we are, the next day we shall say a match our head at that. Game we are, the next day we say a repetition of what you watched. The same passing trend, the same movement. Just at the end of the corner, it dominates opponents, they get the results. But I say players in your time, every omu skills, you don't get it. Look at somebody like Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish, when he was the captain of Aston Villa, very skillful. He takes on no, he's very good. But hardly do you see Jack Grealish say or tempt or bet will be cry or no the pass na betri. Keep the possession. And so for me, I won't say he's killing football, but for me, it's a bit boring. Ne tiki-taka style. No? A killing individual creativity. It gives emphasis on ball retention. It gives emphasis on teamwork more than individuals. You see more brilliance and crofobia ball. In fact, showboating any part of Pep Ejuma, and football is about entertainment. So for me, in the style, it take away some aspect of entertainment in football.
Thomas Partey should think, should think he's fed up. Thinks he's fed up with the Black Stars. Okay, we Ghanaians are even more fed up with him. He should get the hell out of. Arsenal are using him now because they don't have any option. Musa, Chifu Prasu Zongo. And anyway, Abreye. New
Chief.
As a whole trip on Mike.
Let me hear Pepper Samaba.
Pepper Samaba, yes. But Chamba. Can you hear?
Michael Bufa.
Oye prepare no ko.
No, the mic no go get you. No, try say be go away.
No aba na so winner.
Oh, so about you, Mike, when you're been so paper, some of it, say that came out, Mike.
Now we become one.
Oh, Chief Daddy.
Only we are come. Okay, yeah, but there na free one.
And never to go stars.
O da bi obi the message bi aba kama pa. Menim so mutie ya na ro bia na fe na o Julian Caesar there no. Enye bad cry. Also make a point bi. Nya between the
Okay.
On Newton Latin. Please, I think you and your crew and football fans are not being fair to Newton Latin Marigata. How do you expect him to expose BBN Gold Stars to other clubs, all in the name of professionalism? No, not one of those who argue that Newton is not being professional will want to bite the hands that feed him. Aside his contract with the club, it won't permit him to expose them to the world. Okay, aside, his contract with the club wouldn't permit him to expose them to the world. He is their secret weapon, not a public announcer. I think Kessben Media is perfectly aware of the repercussions of his two roles, yet they have allowed him to work with the station still. The role Newton plays at Kessben is a common practice globally. Yet clubs don't complain because they rarely have experts to get a job done, regardless of how much expose journalists do on their teams. Fans of the clubs should advise their clubs to hire experts because the game is more dynamic than they think. In other news, my advice to Newton is that at times he should be measured in his predictions and assertions. Mostly, he goes overboard. How can he say this? The Kumasi Asante Kotoko team can compete in Africa and do very well when he knows that there are so many factors or actors in football. At times, he should numb his emotions and it will do him so much good in his career. At times, he should numb his emotions and it will do him so much good in his career. Julian Caesar, and the way Abba. You baby control emotions. No, you be show mupe. Waka. I say, Drew baby maninye my emotions nye titi. Enye active enye di maninye juma. Now it will do you a lot of good. Narrow.
You know, I think that.
Odi fear you be casting me na.
Oh,
I say odi book could hear Rebecca. Yes.
First of all,
yes.
Kessben enim adwuma Newton eye. Na ohwe a ohye adwuma asi sebi onye Gold Stars pena adwuma yama na kwan se one omunye adwuma.
Yeah.
Yama na kwan ma one Ash Gold eye adwuma under Thomas Dia. Media mebe kwa Africa okoye ene omukoko boy adwuma ewo ho. Ene Gold Stars ene omuni omunso eye adwuma. So for me, and don't forget Newton is a young guy trying to make it as a video analyst, as a sports analyst, and also as a coach. You do baby na sport talented. The Okubu player be named.
Why?
No coach, team na no coach or no coach player.
Oh yes, coach. Yes.
Sporty talented.
Yes.
Newton Kaime, team
And what sporty talented.
But why have you?
Coach Okubu be named.
Somebody said I could play no free because management never said me use it. You branded it as a match. When you say me use it, but me you know me team. The only year I bet my yard say let's not dress my common body.
Man, 3 weeks off. Yes, indeed, Gold Stars. Now we understand the whole thing, and for me, we think that this is a young guy who can make it to the top. We share at that early age, I go Barcelona, I could video analysis and every day he's on my neck looking for even opportunity to other European clubs. We are starting comedy. Until Omunya Butreka come on and explore, and the analysis of teams. tactical player. For the internet in a baby, no one has a monopoly over it. Pep Guardiola is also is there. Coaches in India, Nina and now Real Madrid ni Barcelona ebeboy. Me sure say Hansi Flick's name there. Or the saying Ancelotti be a winning way. It is sometimes now it's even for the fans for them to understand what goes on over there, but not necessarily to expose the team. No, that's a share top coach. You catch say almost so coach more video analyst. Ni new team ya hano. Almost ye be the Mac club. Inti same fan say Kotoko ni bechem beba. Bechem for in your hands on any Kotoko video.
Kotoko official watch on social media, so more 3 video analysts.
Yes.
New team so there be a more channel cry miensa Kotoko.
That's right.
The minimum worry.
See, the bottom line is that, and the video analysts, one, they work on one team, no.
Yeah.
Now, if you must are working on opponent, no, and so team, no. So, near a new team, you know, it be a fancy in the home, but clubs and Ankasa there, they know it. True, say some of the things their analysts a bit more escape you because you're journalists and so on. I'm saying the boy new team say journalism na ka hunintino say on team no kura ni matcha e be akotoko video analyst ni may be interested in Bichim's game because next week he be on no. But for Newton, he's almost always on the teams until he gets conversant and is able to series of how goals are scored for a particular team or goals are scored against them. And fans in Nyabutre, baby, I mean, will see Zaya join. Sometimes Newton can say, "Near creators in here." It brought me boom. Last year, Bian said, "Baby, a summer test said Rumbeji League." So no. I said, "Wow." Can you be a bit cautious, Kakra? But that is what makes us human too. Until me assures us Newton grows in the business. That
match day. Young apostles and match day saying.
Match day 2. Match day 2. No, some relegation. I was like, wow.
Emotions. No?
Yeah. See, I'm sure he will take that advice and he'll progress from there. But the thing is that you general no question home say Debbie Habeka say next will be any bibia can one. Not just a was na o ye no a hard drink a crowd. When the o becomes talking point, then it means in a way you are being impactful.
And the talking point, say fans, and modern say.
The coaches
but when
themselves.
it becomes official, even though Amon Shadan Tromrel, who could pay penny voom, no so many had a more canon.
It means you are doing something.
Yes.
It means you are doing something.
You could fear coaches, management. As so cool realm. Newton the oil, talk to your boy. What my could you body what my could do about the head goes
so try something new now a brand to be to you see
but when you say no but my eye will be there
oh me that Julian Caesar sepa
so a half rasta half
TV and the rasta and it will be an hour half free TV so I brand your rasta
half rasta to the near
with the Caesar sepa
you to me touches to dark Togusu
oh
okay. We are camera no come their tools now. The way you know. So see your pump to okay, what kind of guy? When Pep Guardiola was coming to the EPL, the English media and pundits said he won't win anything in England with his tiki-taka. They later said he overthinks. When he started dominating, they said it's because of money. Now Evra is frustrated because his team, Manchester United, can't compete and has gone 10 years without the EPL. Kofi Kaswa, anyway, about one they are doing.
He's not for. Said there's an iota of truth in what he's saying.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mean dispatching as him as a off. He's not frustrated.
Okay.
Era is not frustrated. So Era now can always ask him. Also, himself will be because of a man you in India.
Yeah.
He's not frustrated. Now some now can say no cry baby.
All right. I totally agree with Andy that Partey shouldn't be called for the upcoming international duties. This will serve as a disciplinary measure for Partey and others. We expect to get some commitment from the players, and I believe instituting such measures can deter players from misbehaving. If not, we'll have players doing same in the future, which will continue to undermine the commitment and discipline in the team. Kwaku Sami, Massachusetts, and so are brain. All right, yeah, Tosso, what's it? And Gold Stars.
Yes, Ebeshim.
Ubeshim.
Legon Cities, adeɛ paa. After quarter game, no one you want to free gas and so.
Okay.
I think say the game of the young apostles, even the last stages of the game, no, it shows Legon Cities some level of rhythm.
Okay.
You wish I game in Mrs. Waka home.
Dear Nabasha or Gold Stars.
Everything said you. Your team know your weakness. But honestly, we are not the best team. Even though any other team in the top. But Gold Stars are not the best team. In terms of overall performance, we are not the best team.
Best team in Hawaii so far, 9-10 games.
Yeah. So far, no. A lot of inconsistent performance. Nations are there all your name. Okwa Wea, Oko Adriana. Oko Nalerugu against Kerala. There's another away game bisu as I caught Nano ye. So nations are there all your name. A home no drop some level of points to be a man for the Anja home. Thank you, game. Okoshe dreams so whole.
Yeah.
So 3 away games was sending 9 points. I mean the first 10 games are 3 out of the possible away games are nations yard. But Minji nations in this so much because of last year Omujai a league not to hunt them cry no more different concentration. So Joe the performance see a party with the nations.
Okay. Okay.
Remember nations.
Okay.
Media man and bow. But me name their media man or drop a point side. Media defense they have the personnel, but they don't have the structure.
Okay.
But the Gold Stars are not the best team overall.
And the entire NOE or top 4. Week 10. What's it semana?
So you to the BL say who jam mom to me akeye.
No.
Who say me no asa me.
Yeah, but Edman dey who so we get to. So to tunko we need to ana also.
What me hold you ha.
Very given time it no busamo.
Yeah.
So mobile review the modia bana.
One best thing about your league amani ajopa ye can they say e kwa ko wi a. E ka me metimi adwen say sim koko say league ne competitive. Say to me fire sense ye koko. This is Kessben, I mean. We follow so much the league. Obi o habia, including even your good self, I am more busy. Sure. But league no we ya no from just game no ha. It means you are following. But we cannot stick our neck out and say it's a top 4 in the league they competitive. But say Joe, you see everything ko we. That has been my problem. Look at how nations ko ba bia o hye yente se abono yente hwe peaceful so far 10 games in ekoi. But you bet me to say ya ko we.
Ebesisa. Yeah, we were so na bi kofo wa kra na bi a shine entimi nyese ya say nations be sa fine minimal there but say till the 34th game say ya na be ko we do we be form kakra na bi a pija sa da be sa
clearly
at any given time it me busamo so far so the nations be
so far the nations about top
even though no na league leaders
no but I'm top will be
okay
because Chelsea on boy question about do me person me can
okay
so Franco has simplified the part.
Okay.
Misak
free.
a free Amankona and then the other boy
Sapon. Emmanuel
Sapon.
wow
Sapon, I think he's about his 3rd season or so.
Yes.
Boy.
In too far Misak, Amankona and Sapona, they should have about the best trial in the league in terms of experience, in terms of goal, and it's not like experience so many. Oma mature ba omu ewo leveler who played the best footballer. Amankona gave us 19 goals last season.
Okay.
Mishak at a point in time was leading the goal king before he traveled.
Yes.
Then he came back.
Okay.
Into front three, no, my dream say Chelsea should have it. And on defense, I don't know, me check me film game na check akra. Back three no so now is solid.
You have experience.
What else experience?
Zakaria Fuseni.
And I said Mohammed.
So I'm off.
Na me nim say Patrick Ase do Lord Amwa. Absence no be affect you.
The news said Omo Pon or Franco Pon or left back or Yejuma pa. They also have another right back or Yejuma. And how mo? Second one top two guys.
Last season, most of their goals, Lord Amwa was the main architect.
Oh yes.
Playing from the right full back, he created most of their goals. So I think
so
that it affected their game.
You are so right.
Is he doing same at Asante Kotoko? Lord Amwa.
He's not disappointed, but
He was okay
Omondru
to-
no. Omondru de no bono Chelsea no.
They're not about Chelsea, no.
The Obon is
No way.
They Kotoko beto no.
Enuru hokra.
Wow.
Ndruho.
Yes. Enuru hokra.
And I said, "Omo nusu say no mo use no Chelsea, omo use no Chelsea." And I said, "We be coach na player na."
Teams change the environment into a new team. Some of these things do happen. He has not been bad, but Ondru de Oye in Chelsea.
Wow. Oni Patrick Ase do nyina.
Omi ni nyina.
Omo mi ndru ye.
Saka Dauda, Ondru ho.
Ono so ndru ye.
Saka Mike.
Ono de o mark.
They no born before akwa no.
No.
You no Kotoko.
Saka Mike cry.
But for Kono G team this in na so. Against us we watched the game.
So what is happening? Albert Amwa.
Albert
Albert is better than what he did in Olympics.
Okay. Emmanuel Entry.
I think it's okay.
And she okay.
No, me compare.
Entry, they know in Olympics is around the same thing.
He's
Or
around the
to
same.
us.
He's around
Okay.
the same.
But Olympics now or both free kicks, both two net pa.
Yes.
Why is this
How
stop?
many did he score for Olympics?
On say
No,
playing
but
for
either so Obeshe and now say or a very close. But the free kicks was Asante Kotoko no. Too bad.
big club they make differences in players' mentality. Big clubs. Or Bob Bako say no bomb you say not me no 10 on one so ko jina baby. Olympics.
When the free kicks now ball hano and mark.
Enyan she
Cry.
Now in any case, what a boko to free kick.
Okay, no chi game we kura na team menu kura ma mo ko che.
What a boko to free kick.
Albert we ko jina ho. Albert Amwa striker no. It's over obi anyanyi no ho.
Because Saka say Matisse is only.
Saka so team jina ho.
Our last game against Heart of Lions. Okojina ho nem say Yaya di senior be give finish them. Baba Yaya di senior be give finish them. Above for the bar.
Yes, how you be kakra convince you that voice no. I said better hard my wabo.
Why all those players don't even have to win?
The entra narrow. My mra. Deba dia. Players bi o ha.
Yeah.
Ombe wo mo teams ma. Ball or more bonny goals or more sending your ding. Because Kako Fessica Raka Betono. Obebano. Anyway, and then Sase from Ogum time. Okay. Your players, top teams in Europe and other places. Debadia.
General.
Yes.
First of all, change of environment. 2, change of team. New manager expectations. Edu baby a ni move na nkasa kra no. Na dream nyina asesa to boom say esa the pressure ankasa abre nipa kro na hwe Casido last season Enzo Maresca Enzo Fernandez
Monday we jan kwanje.
Nyabutre
Ori ma mi ti.
Casido is now playing
Yes.
the footballer Chelsea the
He didn't assume no.
Look, Romeo Latvia obebo ball no obebo I'm a Chelsea for. And to do maybe a general settling in a new environment, and sometimes they are easy.
Especially bigger step. Bigger
Some make
step.
a bigger step. Like, should take somebody like Saka Dauda from Nererugo baby, and Abebo Bofu, Bofu Division 1, Division 1, Sahana, Wabo Premier in just one season.
Yeah.
Bofu is back to relegation. On Nansun Diane now Asante Kotoko. So much talk, so much controversies around his move. First game in hometown. Krom hɔ no mu nyinaa abɛtaa n'akyi afei pressure wo sɛ dey wo ɔbɔ ɛmfa ɔbɔ match wie ɔkɔdu dressing room ano osu general there are some of the boys there are gap in their development You see those guys now, to say be a lesser Samuama Kwekwe, a free ash gold abakotoko, obejere manu obono. Who tracing history na be se tafuni akwada. Ah obebo kotoko under 20. A bo coast boss ani men nyina. Omo shege no obejere boys no more park ni so nyina onimo bia. Onim so onim bossing omu nyina. Okobo brekum the Chelsea. E bia for 3 seasons continuous every year or a goal king contender. So for such person, no, their friend the developmental gap, like we pass it through the process into we do a chances of making no, yeah, very high. Most of these guys, you know, were now so say all of the sudden no be getting to this level. Into the Nimra no know about level no. And unfortunately for Kotoko, most of these guys are man from be a free baby eba. It takes a little bit of time. Me, I think say anopai na na me final say unse na no bisa me about kwampuku ni we registration no so minim kotoko akwa ma F4 no I say it can be done. Isaac Meta any kwampuku. Yes. Kwampuku is supposed to start training tomorrow. Isaac Meta has already started. Onumpodo training with both the youth team and the senior team. But the FA no say special dispensation no globally no the system wouldn't permit it, so they can't register them. But they will train with them until 23rd December. Our move started. So what it means is that boys no one or more than bebo. General, and koba say player move free team biako baby, but untumi move. But say any pa bebre na ya ne hajo. Oh, says obia dem fa. And they are hajo. And the current team no. One way or the other, come I like it say, and never buy a nipa go be brain no so. But you know, na social media no so no. Ama fans pressure. I get it closer to players. As in first no.
No ko tan hoso ayde.
Me dey can sem.
But the players no ko tan ayde.
Eno ya sem foforo. But I'm saying say player opa na sumu ye ne de. No atiti social media no. Pressure no. And no feeling is big crazy in first no. First no a stadium ho je gidi upon we no be akwa. E bi kra nipa no be hu bi ma I say training ground na next match day. But the net day say ye yewa udi anye ya se bu be kwa akonya o relative bi o friend bi a o ye insensitive no a copy sa de no sa de send o.
No the link na bro.
Me say obi dia free social media premier me.
Sa de ma de hu hia
ko me nko na ko copy
nipa a wo penasem. Sabi obi di na tema na obi ye bibi na wo send man no
kino
you end up demoralizing the person.
Maybe it's baby
You end up demoralizing the person. Until social media pressure and man sometimes it get close to people. I feel no I so confused. No I so confused general.
Opa say ni ehunu anye time. Yes, but opa say your time there say the akwa the person be the bremia ni bia miki akudin se hunu bi ho na omo awoso amame and me papa
they deal with him
and they deal with him serious one in that
the only person distracting my life
no so that ponchi suban obefa we wi ade now they are the bonus say boom no dream because o ma hope you put it down ni kakra no sanko osaba na manfo enim dem ni akwa ni jewa ha na so munyina mo anya
but then no was no trend pa
one go try and trend I don't know so I no kind comment ni bia
it general
ayi na kan say me ba wo kokoro na so wa antie me na me na me do abeto abonten abangbabi
I hang you out to dry.
Yeah. Critiquing the work of others is good, especially if the attacks, if one attacks the issues on hand. My problem is critiquing the very persona of that person. Let a young man flow. Being rambunctious and enthusiastic and ambitious is part of that age bracket. Keep the fire burning, bro. Sani Saliu. And I encourage you. Nations is the best team because since last season they've not lost at home and have won some crucial games away from home.
Yes.
So more notice are
correct.
Yes. Analyzing opponents is optional and how the head coach links well with the analysis. Benjamin Abedu of Chelsea is one of the best left backs in the country. He left Chelsea and came back after Patrick Esedu left for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ebenezer,
Coach
Kozi Sifa, anyway for UK, Abraham.
So more too no upon a
Esedu call, you know. Is it Bedu or Abedu? Abedu. Yeah.
Benjamin Bedu or call me dear man.
Yes.
No, call me dear man. Okay, say Chelsea play there.
On the near fee,
Oh, watch.
Chelsea
play the Omutu can cry or Nana Sanjo.
Yes.
But on the evidence of results, Gold Stars, if you are looking at the last 5 games, have gotten more points than Nations. So why are you guys saying Gold Stars is not the best team?
Gold Stars is the best team.
Is it the performance or what?
See a league near boy winner. The best team is Gold Stars. See a league and then the best team for me is Gold Stars.
Okay.
Nations every no more games no away, but you know at the end of it all, who is leading the race?
What the points? Gold Stars in that first. So what the form now for be our last 5 matches are? Gold Stars are winning 5. I draw 2 in their last 5 matches. Nations are winning 3. I draw 1 and losing 1. So for the last 5 matches, Gold Stars has not lost. So in terms of form, it's Gold Stars. In terms of position on the league log, it's Gold Stars. So why are you telling me it's Nations?
General, good morning. Seems you people are afraid to say it. Prosper Nete Ogum can transform players. He always worsening players' performance from good to bad. He's like Ten Hag. You mention it. How many players has he transformed ever since he joined Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Dr. Kus and Ediwe and so Abrayen. Gokov Medical Supplies.
He transformed Mbela, he transformed Augustine Japan. I can mention few.
Okay.
You know,
Imoro Munina, he made impact on them.
Moro he didn't transform.
I mean, for 13 assists from a left back
Moro
position,
was
it depends on the
very good
roller.
player.
Yes, but
Moro
near
did
who a
only
level now
one
Bono.
He was a good player, but I think
Yes,
that season
the level
was
changed.
his best season in Ghana.
Of course, the level changed.
Moro best season was the first season for Burger Stars.
Anyway, can we talk about Sumwa and
Amidu
Akwa? That's they improved under Hugo.
So obvious. Peter
I
Amidu
even
is so
think
obvious.
that-
So more they won't buy it, but for Amidu Akwa first season, I'll buy it.
Oh, okay.
You know, improve
Yeah,
several
Twaso.
players, but as in Nina say, player out a kind of team Ketuoma. Why dream na ne say Obeko team Kessben? Nobody who plays for the so-called smaller club ne person ka. Obia person Bob Brakonenim. So we are radio station Ketuoma or person Kessben. Inti so we are wadwe say oh Kessben, you should be ready to bear the consequences.
Okay.
And only adie baako.
Okay.
So obo team Ketua, obo division 2, obo division 1, obo third division a. Ambition wo krumpa nyina na say obi na kotoko na ha ase abo.
Okay.
And you know, who decided so be kotoko na ha ase? I mean, say we a player. The fact that our salary move from 1,000 to 5,000. And when I also who say you should be ready to endure the pressure that comes your way. Until that issue of pressure, I won't buy it. Because you know, to whom much is given, much is expected. 80 players na o ma ba ni o mo mutimi bo ni o mo mutimi mo nyina no o mo nim se team na aye kwa akobọ no pressure o mo nim enye ha no enne na o mo ba bi hu
But Kem so Jutum say enye big player be the movie got big team okwa obetimi abot to say the na baby crow no. Even sometimes there are certain players who are established. But about big team no demands never say when the shoulders are not do ye e wa ha no ntumi nye ba akokra. I can bring out the example of Coutinho. He was established at Liverpool.
I haven't said
Fernando Torres was established.
I don't think I
Mbappe
said
is going through same.
Mbappe is going through
I
same.
haven't
So
said all
Obaka,
players that move to teams perform.
but I will say, as soon as you change
No,
clubs,
may build it, but some in
Ufri Asio na Oba.
Yes,
You must
you-
be mentally
yes.
tough.
You
and
should
I'm
be
saying,
mentally
say,
tough.
naturally,
They are
not
kind of a trooper. That should be the ideal situation.
Yes.
Okay.
My boys ni biwa na ketu ya ye kesi ya ha da ma ni dem a
Ni tiri man
ni
ni de.
phone was sa ni phone no. Office the open no.
I
And na waya no.
want to make no.
No,
Who
very
did
relaxed.
them?
Relax.
There's team Pianias as well and the sign is in Alpha. There's no team.
yeah. So don't per se taking note on that. Say, oh yeah, day.
New man influence.
New. Me baba bisi. Obia o road to play. Asem na aye kan. Player who road to play. Coach will road to play. Teams na omo sign players na omo perform. We give credit to the coach. So if the players are not performing too, we cannot blame the players alone and leave out the coaches. No.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
players now you got CCA, se kotoko league. Eni nke mu biti here ka say players na ba kotoko no management kotoko ma Prospernator. We because say we are not respecting him. Me wow they can. So if those players have come and the players are not performing, we can't blame the players alone. Talk about the smaller club they are playing for and leave the coach out. He has a role to play because that pressure any of the team ketu mu na ebe nyina no. You know, coach na nya 4-4-2 no 3-5-2 nko awo. Management so can you should be able to manage the players because who their tactical capacity and their psychological capacity as well. Into your honor management bemuno, sit the player one-on-one, talk to him, find out why the player is not performing. A free da or mama Peter Miduako Uncle Germany in the morning in Ako. What do you do as a coach? You sit the player down, you talk to him, you find out why he's not performing. A honor your tactics. Saka Dauda from Bofuakwatano back to Kotoko. He had these numbers. Say no deba. He said an oborone to say, well, but he's not performing. What is the reason why he's not performing? We can't blame the players and only leave the coach out. That is the main point I make. In the player no, your players be what said is Frank Okano. Eh, bikura baby ano no be any no. Onye duru happen no be nyanam for. Afi no lose concentration. Training was all ye. Extra training was all ye no nye. Okoba no tiesi abontin. Now o chile no oginani. There are players like that.
Girl affairs or friend again in Muyano, and they were saying Kotokunti, Gen crab a friend.
Yes,
no one a friend.
There are players like that.
Girls Nigeria number.
Yes.
First one and no but then girls correction in social media Jenny number. And I Joe the show Mobetra online sir because girls in any chat. Some of them, Charlie, they serious until a
Obaju number.
Mia,
no,
Bibri.
Una ama cabra but me your number.
Oh, Debbie. But remember, Muntan requesting is a.
And I make us be a joke.
More style. We ought to make a choice on Pacho. Try me picture. Which we are all phone there fine for no mum tram. We are a Jimmy number now. Send the mommy.
Veteran.
Legend. Good old days.
I couldn't imagine.
It's
okay. Me, I don't even TV that.
Yeah, Jaza.
Yes.
No, satisfied now. Someone you're down. Okay.
Teachers, educators,
take us can do this.
Yes,
you can do this.
I think those attacking or criticizing Newton should rather be praising him. He's doing a great job for them for free. Please allow the young man to work. Newton is a great football analyst. Ismail, Edway, Ifri, Suhum, and Abrayang. So I don't believe it's social media because some of us during our time, social media wasn't like this. But we had a lot of fun. We chilled a lot and trained and played games as well. So let's ask some players. Some players are good, but not good for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That's my opinion. Yaya Mohammed, Doma Hinkro, and Sudiwe Breyen. So to find out, Ogum has done it before. Or no. Sebra oni obi twman so bi o team. Either players or officials. That's now we
So Orano.
Orano.
And then birthday.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, no birthday.
Okay. My young wish coach, doctor, Prosper Nete Ogum, happy birthday. All right. Yedebesia na yedi nkomo kakra yeba na fide ohobia enso yede abremo Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra when he saw the owa ehwew Kumasi Asante Kotoko was winning all right but one goal project yempe drawing yempe losing yempe why Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters it's time to appreciate what we have. We wish to have the one goal project back. Still, Fabu will win the league. Why in any way by Nana Badu Duku Kechre and so in any way Bray Nana who Ghana had ye. yɛte wɔn ka akyɛ yie kakra. All right. Mede bɛhyia na madi nkɔmmɔ kakra ba meba de aka nyinaa no yɛde bɛtoa mo so mo WhatsApp videos a mode brɛ me no nyinaa nso ayɛ ready wɔ hanom yɛbɛbɔ ama mo ate Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 na afei Go TV channel 121 nsa ɛbɛkan mekɔ Dr. Grace Boadu asoɛ na mene Dr. Gabi adi nkɔmmɔ saa nso ɛna
Champion. Nyame adom ho ye pa.
Ede ko pa se pa na ho fe. Abi. So ewa ha. All right. Mami sha se free. Kojo.
Ayo. Mo buru. Ye chia atifo ne ahwefo nyina wo afidi kese yesu.
Last week ngodi nkran na. Ngodi nkran.
Ye koyo no nkran. Mi sita speaker. Dwumadi no so. E wo nkran. E ho ne ye wa. Nti mo fa nche se mo antene kan so ne nyina se fidi kro na. Da so amete. Den so so e wo mu an se no ye money ho no so. Ana we nso so ye support. Na mesere mo moni nkanye ye telephone number si na menkai kai bo kakra wo no se mo amode node ekọ Gliss Gefete no na nsan dwumadi ana ban edi wo kwan no so nti no na gese wo kọ nwan efa kire no hwa ansa na ode netimi akọ se de kwan na dem o ma ye bridge na wie wasi ohwim sukun kwantanan no so no ya uko Gliss Gefete asopiti ho no ya ye bridge na wie ya kanguso ama kwan na dem se de se wo nantio so wote no de mo straight eno ane se usi wo hwim sukuu kwantano so a utu na mbese num nsia na Gliss Gefete na wo nsa nifa so ho fe enti eho ede no ana mesremu aburukyirefo a ya yedinuru ebremu wo aburukyire no se no se na wo daduro so wo aburukyire ana bibi nti na wonte enka ana se bibi nti na onsa nka wadura se ya sie kwantempon no so ya doso hyiren ya adwuma ya de nkrofo nuru emma wo mo ya wo mo toa ayadesa no so adanse efiri mu ba no esuani ensase ye ka kire wo enti no mesi a me bedi nkan aboyi eno ne mosapo noma ya aburukyirefo no ya na mode mo ne efa so eba amia de bremo duru ana se mo fere sisuo ema ye de mo nuru bremo enti me de no mesi ne tudwa se wo tie ya na se wo hwe yen na se wo biribi wa burukyire a na wo begie duru ekoma no a frefa no mesi we so na begie waduru selo 246
0246
518 selo tele
003
Selo 246 518 Selo tele
003
eno ne mosapo se o tworo de afaso o de wone ana ase wo frɛ utime de faso eno achi no de me sa boe de obia timi frɛ faso bi so won kran se wo ose kurom monso mfaso na bejwa ya de sa Selo 54 tele
0543
tele 2
32
Selo
00
tele Selo
30
Selo 54 tele
0543
tele 2
32
Selo
00
tele Selo
30
yehunu Dr. Gabi wa hache enkone nchen
Doc
Sadio
say yeah
Yankopon adom
okay
Sadio
yes sir
common diseases are you face no Ghana has here it is making some men so impotent if you have sexual weakness so severely and I don't know and kwalanketinketi aba nyina as 20 years ubehwe no na nitadua crime
yeah
what is happening you also say unkwala brim kra wonte sa ase no wante bi dawo but DNA Sadio unim say I verified bibi among say young girls any young men ever 30 years 35 years to 40 years nyina dodo na che say this adult onset diabetes empanyinfo diabetes no tackle the middle ages no pa 35 years 30 years ever 40 years no tackle wo mo pa
na won say that period no time no time asabi nka wo de wo kura na wo ye de wa wo aye den aba wa wie but what is happening o see Africa yema ya nira o e wo say bibi man e ma na ni ye den e da o mo hwe ni ye pa hwe sa yade na friend say sikiri yade diabetes no se kan wa e betima mo akoma yemre o because sa poison na wo mo ja em e ma blood vessels no ene akoma no bia pempu mo ja ye den e fa no sa ntini ni nyina mutimi ye den e emre pressure be toso na fe prawo ena se wo fa be nya akoma yade ya na se de friend say mo ja mo so e friend say pressure no so a eno so no se jo eno so timi ma se be pressure be dani per bia kwa be bia eso sure untini timi ye pressure be toso wakuma pressure be toso wani ko su yi pressure be toso afi o kidney pressure be den e ba be toso but ni nyina nkonko ba no ko fa ba ni e ye de ade de na hyase e ye niam ye kika ko yemu a ye didi a ye foreign materials a enya part of ye culture nan kan tete kura mpu ka office school ba kura ni aye abomu na wa sabi akoko na obenya biawe ama ntire
Eurofia
Sajo
yeah
wo fa de wanyina chente Eurofia yi obeto yi meme ma meto
papa
nya Eurofia dia uso
obeto Eurofia
na me sat infante ho
aha
no sopon
so hu
tere you win fresh free ponum
Sajo woni ma de ba ko ma chance ya be
waju eni da
Sajo woni ma de ba ko ma chance ya be
gusu
me ade ba ko me suro pa ye be ma me meti asese na obenya o so no bi pa na o to ho se wo yere pa na sabi o be so na no pa no di watem
omuna oni watem be muna
me mpe
asoma nya bufu
e woni ma de ame me mi sei me ko da bia na me twa nkatwade
wakan
ankatwade no se me timu ni nsugo na na me de arobi me tadua no
peja wayi kosoro kakra na nkrofo ntie ni
ankatwade
yes me de robi me tadua no akase ne nketo nyina
we ndey
me de robi me tadua no me timu nsugo na me de afa me nsem na de arobi me
sana ide
yes me mpe infection bi obabia o because you see as yade we no mo koso na say no so infection is kana de na besi
wani nyia brabom so
so na dente e ma ni je nya den e ma
o de fa ho it mi ma na ye bibi
openi na sa asem ya mi ke o de kosi ho
e be short na odwom
debi o de kosi ho e no na me pese me ka no etu afo aso de a
ene e kana pre ko
na nsa se me ka biem o fo aso de na nsa se me ka biem Sajo nya se da okwo e memu ya den
ankatwade
eno wasem na me ka
o koda
bi
yes
sa
yade ya wase ho no yo ne ma bi wo wa natural sa na circulate mo ja wo e mantini e ho odin de ntini pe no akwese wadwo anka ni oyera no wo nsa ho na wo ye oba na wo di fa umotom anaso unufu ase de nkwamo ne pe no
I see
de nkwamo ne den e pe no ade ameke maka ne tra ba to be fa ntra
ojo anka wie da bia no akofro ne nsa
Sajo
we de
se me yesa de we se bibini a e be den manya obi krom yare eti ne ka se grace gift de se wunya sa situation ne condition na de ntia de nsa se ebo ka se sa de ne yetimi bo amanfo ho no ye de ameka bi because nema bi e be kire wo no unti bi da untre wiase nti bi da
I see
ene e be kire wo Sajo ade ma ke what in impeni sem da sa unti bi da ba adi grace gift
anka etwade anase kutu
yes e ho asem na meka no ana kutu ana anka ne kunu na ya dwo
o ya fa
yes
no why the wada
the fa
no why
yes jansa but ni pe bia no eno no o de ye na dwuma
abi mu hura mani o
Sajo we sa so won say wotu we say me ka kire say nyenya si e ka kire say habanduro ye ne ma bia be ka se me boa say wotu we me ka kire say yam nyenya na edura na dwo fafa nka na fafa wo motuom won say o lymph nodes no wa na wa fafa ho na fada wo no essence wo nim the benefit no it one you be fa na tra
nyenya
me ka kire wo
pras anka
ne ma wo mo
de anka
twade yes ni nsuo no so
eno so yede
won say immune system you can say vitamin C e boost immune system say one no internal and now apply to the body body need to be absorbing na de boost immune system no baby yade wo no na hyase ye den SH so hu
ndi eye dey
enu bi na make sure say boost immune system
okay
e boost immune system so nema bi e na nanom yesi enti na Africa na ntontom nkuyen nanka broni na ntontom badwe na Africa no wu bibini ne ka ka ntontom wasema nka yanim ene malaria do kura manfo sajo enra obi ba grace gift nipa be 5 ye rush wo mo ba no mu wu ani ba nema 1 2 3 aye kire wo mo no that instant na no mo sare gira wo na so esa ne eye powerful wo so woni me say your friends asi kire yade aye kan etimi nya wani ko so etimi ema wani kura fra
Oh yes.
okay
ema what wa dwene kura pot mi yemre
until next yes
no kura pa ema wa dwene mi yemre
okay
ema kuma problem hwɛ wo sawa ne wa sa abo ɛne umre bo no etimi ma ne yemre etimi nya problem so hu Sergio de bia maka je ne ho asem aka wonu si emfa ya dwemba senko bi betuma frame grace gift mpo bisa anopa bia eka ye treasure de bani pa no
mesro mi ntwa no ma mi ni ho adanse ba ku bi nansen wota ma mi nom bi pa jeni adata jeni no ma mi ya kese nan ana me de asante de no nkuma ne kakra be se mensa masei eka ho na o yamo a na o de anka atwade te se bo tekeketwa no mfimfin afra bo modene hye no pentua no ma bo tekekase ne ma num ne nyina enne emfiri anofa nkosi enwumre no ano ma wie me ye no ade ba ko a medi nkan hunu ye pa ne se mafu ba afom mafuru se de mafu kase esitie no
jeni alata jeni now they are Friday
adata jene no enan no wape nketwa no asante de no besa won sama fagu bradem akwadwofo apoto wenda ne susunsu a obenya bo tekene ma fayam uwi asone so ne fanka atwade bo tekeketwa ne mfimfi
ne nomba edin
jene nyanyono ne nyom nya de na kura na sana na susu emu kura ye frem me se mafui na se migina ho straight na se mehwe a ase efa ha no eso chen ha kakra me nom no ada edin kan no ade a chen yanim hunu se ase ni ayepe
wow
me ko so nom to aso o ma me nom to aso ne nan
jede ni anka twade
sajo hwe ana me ka se nse bebre wa me ka wa ha bebre fantra ba oni bibi eya na me pese ni parentu anamo ba grace gift wankasa na be he ne amabi Sajo, me na meto ye, ma me nka no kuro bi nkyerɛ miracle bi anipa ye no. Enye nsam ketwa o. Ba ya na me mpese me ka nsam no bebre. But the American say, yade edu kuro Ghana fo no ya dɔso. Saa ne ye friend say sikyire yade. Bisa wo say sikyire ye den free abonten. Ko wura wo nipa duam. Na hyɛ ase haw. Bra ne nka mo nkyɛ sɛm nya den. Enkyerɛ wo. Eya den na koma nyankopɔ de ama wo sɛ ne kura nipa dua no. Se gya hu me ya wo bewu. Na hyɛ ase de problem ye den. Ebrew. But great gift ni enka ho yinta samanya den enkyere wo eye den na oba na wodi eda ne yamo anyankopɔ kan se tisa sasipa asa abato mo twa se den eso aba eye den na akoye mre na ntimi nya adwuma but great gift ni enka ho yinta samanya den enkyere wo
all right
adwene eda wutrim eye den na sa wodi phone to na wo san atwa wo ye den ehwe but ni enka ho yinta samanya den enkyere wo eye den na wa pom ni wuntini mu aye mre na wonya nwodoye brani enka wo yinta samunya den enkyira wo adenti na woto na wonsa popo na woti woso wonti ase wokura pen kura wotimi nkyira de bra great gift ni enka wo yinta samunya den enkyira wo yade na dɔso bebre yade dudu na ne yesa yentimi moni nyina din na emom no ye mo yade din na no nkyira se yenye wadwuma frɛ ye numbers no na fe ye no nka numbers ye vantu dwa
ayo 0244
0244
126
126
123
123
0244
0244
126
126
123
123
ana de ye mo sapo a esa kwa burukyere no 0246
0246
512
518
Cello Tele
003
Cello 246
0246
518 Cello Tele
003
Nu Achimota Petroleum enkana meme ho na obehu yen nu atwemota na ohwem sukun kwantana so ye adwuma da bia yentum
Abi, who the sorry?
Me da se. I said the Dr. Gabi kan no, obi wo ha watifia ebia na wanyini. Eno nti na Grace Gift Herbal Clinic say, sa wo de wonyini na sa yare no wo de achina na enkwa bra na ne yede emeto nchia. Fi say Grace Gift Herbal Clinic enkwa ne yede nchia to etu yare ase. Yede nchia to esa yare. Enti sa wo tifie na sa na wanya stroke a, sa wo ba Grace Gift within 2 to 3 days, 4 days I was so sorry na wonante. It's Grace Gift Herbal Clinic to South for said na bemo buo. The one any da so bia. Ne was say what the Herbal Clinic what Ghana he nyina. Na wanya yaresa no Grace Gift Herbal Clinic say bra. Ne no ntonchia. Ne mfa bibidro entu ase nya de emma. If you say Grace Gift Herbal Clinic ene ya kase ahaban enkasa na ekasa. Ya kase ahaban ene numra ya de tonchia. E Grace Gift Herbal Clinic enkwa na de ubenya bi. Ahaban ya kase empina e Grace Gift Herbal Clinic.
Wow.
That's
Next time, let's have been a starting.
And so on.
All right, Monsieur. Then you may aduma. You sign more at transit. And Mr. Numbers no, some brave. And as somebody a tuja. Grace Gift a share na Dr. Fonobefa na omonimo edi and come on Kessben television. Kessben 3.3, Kessben 2.9. And check me come videos no and so. Those supporters claiming Newton is exposing their teams should remember that what he's doing is not for them alone. Some of us football enthusiasts learn a lot from his analysis. Through his analysis, some of us have learned more about what goes into football and have come to appreciate the scientific aspect of football. So, let's encourage the young man to do more. We are with him. Okay, ASP Inkum, Techimentia District Commander, and the way and so Abrayan ASP Inkum. Wow, ASP time bia meba Techimentia bia meba na mabahisho pa. E won ye wu mi o, Techimentia ene ye wu mi. Techimentia District Commander ASP Inkum mechia oni officers na mo ho ni nyina. All right, maminko briwa Abakasika Brewer. I like Newton, but sometimes in his presentation, he poses as if he's the monarch of all his surveys. And all others are bunch of worthless, nameless nobodies. Wow. His stiffness makes him pedantic and verbose. He should loosen up and avoid the boredom. Wow. You ready? Abakasika Biwa, the Brofuti Biwa. Wow. I like Newton, but sometimes in his presentation, he poses as if he's the monarch of all his surveys, and all others are a bunch of worthless, nameless nobodies. His stiffness makes him pedantic and verbose. He should loosen up and avoid the boredom. Abakasika and so the way Brian. Our Mohammed Beba Nafi Yafa videos no and so kakra. Na Maminko name Michael Abebio say please, did you hear Coach Ogum in any of his interviews? Mamin sign amphibium. Makato was a man short thing. Did you hear Coach Ogum in any of his interviews about fatigue when he won the league for Kumasi Asante Kotoko years ago? What's changed now? Is it because he wants to use fatigue as an excuse, considering their winless streak in their last 3 games? Lastly, isn't it sad to see the Ghana League keep sinking? So I become very surprised if Newton says the league is really competitive in most of its submissions. Does Newton know the teams hardly create chances and can't score goals as expected of them? 9 games played so far, and isn't it sad to see only Insua Treman having double digits of goals in the league? Ababi o Michael na di we aba briefly Champions League na nkeye abiti ye yen hwehwe kra no Madrid AC Milan there and the toughest game ana
exactly.
Okay yen hwem kakra bi yen use be 5 minutes okay. Champions League matches
you know, two big giants say kanena nanke binya the clash of the titans but ne ba ko da fem and ba ko ejina soro. The last time Omushia no was 2010. 2-2 at the Giuseppe Meazza, 2-0 at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. Was the last time Omushia. So far the two teams now must share 15 times. AC Milan are winning 6. Real Madrid are winning 3. Are winning 6 and at Mensa I draw for both sides. Into almost games no games of equals. So here team and friend Milana. Champions League games on my bono against Liverpool omulusuye against team friend by Ofo Leverkusen at the BR na omulusuye and share Club Brugge was the last game. Madrid and so winning against Stuttgart share Borussia Dortmund and call France Colosu to Lille and 6 points as against 3 points and the HM Santiago Bernabéu. So Milan team na the good news for them they say Paulo Fonseca say any game ne there or started Rafael Leao and he expect him say at the Bernabéu or bet chile bibi amobi who say born on him bo. Inti ene only the trump card omo hwese omo di room at the Bernabéu. Omo team ne intact Mark Mena will be imposed Emerson Royal, Theo Hernandez, Malik Thiaw, Fikayo Tomori, a midfield of Tijani Reinders. Loftus-Cheek could be part of that midfield and then the France international branch FN. You see for Fana, Obomi and Sani Bejan Finfin, a mechanical midfield just like the Madrid midfield with Christian Pulisic, Rafael Leao, Alvaro Morata. Medica Kase, Omo Timisha Madrid Danseno, a Yententeno left and right, Yana Quandem. Look at Vasquez, a mismatch. Also the name Marche, Rafael Leao, unstoppable. Or best struggle to say or struggle here in the game against a team, your friend, Barcelona. But AC Milan team very quick, very fast, like how Marc Acedo and the recent Barcelona build up in ACIM. In Team Madrid, a fullbacks and a whole Germany in our because Christian Pulisic is playing very, very well in the Italian Serie A. Madrid and so, Rodrigo Abba, but in a fitness level in Israel, so it's likely say the coach will play the Diamond 4-4-2 with Mbappe and Vini at the top. So mmienu ko gina top dia na chese adwuma no so abedin Theo Hernandez be benanim abe support Rafael Leao but Emerson Royal, Malik Thiaw and then whether Pavlovic or Fikayo Tomori, these are not the guys to stop Mbappe at the Bernabéu. Until attack na no be she midfield you expect Madrid to dominate because almost share a midfielder Tijani Reinders and Kwan the technical side or you so dominant technically. For fun, I am mechanical, or also the Ahondini and the Adin Ebo. Inti, and that man kakra and Genoa. A whole man Madrid, very, very strong, very tough. And it's the Champions League at the Bernabéu. You don't recall the last time Ankui and Real Madrid at the Bernabéu. Did you know I make a win for Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabéu?
Oh, pick 1 or 2 others. I can't one.
Liverpool ball against by Ofo Leverkusen. Leverkusen so. So I show games now. Almost on a bad cry in the Champions League, beating PSV and Oben, and almost so a share a team a friend AC Milan. It just almost games near and the last game they drew in that particular game. Until they are yet to be defeated. Almost matches no. Almost team yabono and only Liverpool ebo. So I show team now. Liverpool such games. Games I am acquired them at the bomb no more pay. Because of almost said you almost bomb game, you know. Inti Abranti friend Piero Hakapi the left sided centre back for Javi Alonso. And all but Jonathan Tah the middle. And all but Abranti Feno Tapsoba. Edmond Tapsoba on the right, on the 3 back, no. And the 2 players in the Honor problem, the one I also very, very careful. Alex Grimaldi and the Jeremy Frimpong. Jeremy Frimpong said, "Do your starting game now? Be who no The same thing applies to Grimaldi and only Liverpool on my hold, you know. Apart from Ryan Gravenberch, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, baby, you're more pretty, you know. So who are you, baby? Not a widow, what you to asembeba nti Javi Alonso onhwe nchenche ho yie for midfield. Granit Xhaka is there. Alex Garcia, formerly of Girona, Babe occupy Ezekiel Palacios, a role in midfield. Nti 3 at the back, 4 at the middle. Now I'm making sure say Florent Vase enya chances baby. Boniface and so Emma all the dimensions are being here from a striker. But Van Dijk and Konate, for me, can do that justice to Abrante and Boniface. Now I'm around Gravenberch. I shared the movement of Florent Vase in the final third. Granit Xhaka ever experienced in the Premier League because only Liverpool are baby. Into those are the areas also about. But Sergio, Liverpool were formed and in the Champions League, we a matter Bayern of Leverkusen by almost more match. But still, may call for both teams to score. Liverpool win.
Okay. All right, Edibesia na se WhatsApp videos aye kradwa ma yenhwe kakra mo de aba no. Yentie kakra bi na fe yemeto so emfa mamo. Kessben television WhatsApp videos.
Good morning, Sergio. Ebenezer ni Sokote, Volta region. Bezem Busa say Franco Naro question kakra. Does he think that Amorim Epeyi, Ruud van Nistelrooy should still remain his assistant? Because for me, I think it's a good idea say Obe remaining. He should leave so that the guy can have the freedom to do what he wants to do, to implement his tactics and all that. So Franco Naro, Odrin Hussein. Thank you.
Good morning, Sergio. Bacho mechiao no abejafo ni na Luis ni aka Blue. We dey Sergio Adaroma. Ansem kakara mpese mikache coach Ogu. In fact, mejina fidikasi yesu mapa fans nyina chew omo amino omo konto kwa coach Ogu eba onyade omwaye ya mkunko mijina coach Ogu machi konto kwa nyina mijina fidikasi yesu mapa omacho because coach Ogu mama msesi form na hena mahuse kapa obeji maye ni krana players na emode mbobi na mse omo boy no mo de Jake omo an etimi Jake up maye otima omaye raho papa especially me raho since ekotoko lusu leko besa lusu we no enkoyi mame kura ahame papa Coach Ogu me yusu and the west ni bi modern ball fem papa onyadi me no one come resign and me empam coach resign because onyadi tactically onyadi ketekete we na also usua pegajola da bi ubwa pegajola so tise usua no pa na se o bon modern ball we da bi coach papa bia na say coach bia onim tactics ya o experience coach bia o hia na ntimi ne mo onya de emfa woni place e kutesa coach type of coaching coach o modern ball fem modern ball fem na dem so me ka bi modern ball fem papa ma show from yebo preseason ni na ba o na o boni na ho na me sha say lose interest in you coach onya de modern ball fem resign coach ya player in psychologically so awkwardness just who say or down untimi one man up and so still or shawasi no or call for one so or for player or was no or sansa coach onyade resign.
Sergio, good morning. Ya femo puku mekasa freaking tampo so jam say no extra time so argument be hit you between new team and Andy. Na pesa meka kakra. Na nyina na se kotoko team no. Enye se players na san but almost standard in the kotoko. Because players are kai. Mo bo Ghana Premier League o perform here. Saka da from before any those players no more perform or Ghana. This is not the standard of Kotoko. Those days na yetiminya players are more free Ghana League no mu a perform babo kotoko na has no ene ya twam because ene ya technical coaches are almost developing players no equally good as players na kotoko no enti se yantima mbo nwura ankotwa kesifo no bi amba se jo ye babro kotoko na has na because when was the last time kotoko na has etimi League twaso be ye 3 or 2 years and intimacy community clubs na ba omo invest hugely omo fan base no so omo build it and also social media Go Stars Adriana Samates they are all doing well on the social media and they are paying the players well and you see a team boram ekoya kesifo bi ba anya sadia ayi baby alien Zamalek ni TP Mazembe ne Wakemo no yenduru Tembia the last time I got a Confederation Cup. Said yo, Yantimini in Kana ne Zesco ni Ahila Mambo. Yantimino Mambo. Eti here for a bit no mambo. And the players no mene Newton Yardman. Players no almost say bet almost standard of form. Almost team compete with Africa na ye pese ye konkano. I was say this discussion team no more. You got to place free outside. At least you have 3 foreign players office wait here. More established players are. And a bit my boy team now for sure. And that's
good morning, Sir Joe. Pacho Mediane astonished. Camera qualities the chap.
Sir Joe, good morning. Me chacha wano wabeja phone nyina mo program ndi ya mix it e wadwuma mu kra ni aso ebulu Twitter obi etwoma we bizanze utie Kessben sports no your friend Nicholas na anope kakra me pese me kan say yesi you complain say your boy yenko sports stadium yenkohwe na Sir Joe basake Holy Stars ne Accra House of Folk first match na me Accra Sports Stadium na arawoza mami hu wo ho no in fact me ya ma trials me from program na ma complain enso me nye opportunity bia de me hu ye ne say yesi ye me hwebo ya to stadium ne nwache na me adom ye bi stadium yesi ye ba be hwebo na Sir Joe ye tua VIP akwako Ra stadium ni ko Ra stadium na hwe stadium ho no mo ho fin yumure gu form sita ye tena so kra pepa kra oma me pesiti so was see a year handkerchief me person me handkerchief and a paper VIP seat ni bi so any omo mbeto mo ho nyina obi aba na waje hanky no because I was a hanky ni say me friend mpanifo ne baako na de me rahompo ni say yeti VIP esoro ho no and omo buy so omo check ticket if you say bi mo twa wins and omo de abetena VIP ho omo timi nya adaji behwehwe ye ne yeti ho ni nyina ne omo twa wins ni yi omo koi so omo nkotena wins ho na ye ne yetwa VIP proper no ye ntena ya proper mi bisa akra ne say nti mo han kofo ne na omo pepa seat ne so de ye mfa ne say stance aka ne mumbu na mumu omo mba VIP ho no so na obi etwa ne 100 cedis be twa no onfa ne handkerchief and pepa seat so e ma omo hwebo boy you cross adam so kwama nsa mo papa ya sase so na sa die we e koso Sir Joe be na be come say me next time me san ko tue sika say me sa kwa hwebo wa bre seat keke kra House of Folks enti me am pepa seat so say Metna stadium.
Good morning, Sir Joe. The friend of Adam Bell, the Casa Free, Elmina. Sir Joe, we the mestre ato to asra kotoko IMC and the phone say timina da yakuma so ne mo na say the normal kono players no more tia akuma mestre kotoko IMC ne kotoko company for say omo modern say kotoko binyo no on stadium this is a problem on nam on stadium into baby obenya bia na obo na match ni nyina aka ho na akutie tim no ti kotoko nya no ho no nya stadium kotoko nya stadium a sa no ma wonyina so betwa me etumi abo match say wini say so kotoko result oriented team so it mean we say no na ye no supporters so ye di na bonus ye besre amutumi bibi mfa ho edamas.
Okay, yɛmfa first batch no nsiama kyerɛkyerɛ madwen yie papaapa ayɛ nyansɛm ketewa koraa the first batch no bɛsia mmerɛ ɛbɛma na afei yɛapeke others no ɛnso wei nyina megyina so akɔfa Dawood Herbal nkratoɔ kakraa bi aba na afei awa Mohammed yɛwura Africa kakra Newton Latte Marie Jata nso deɛ bɛfam kakra paa ɔsɛ ɛnnɛ maya bɛwura Gold Stars na afei wahwɛ other games kakra nso de aka ho WhatsApp videos yawie yanko Dawood Herbal
mena meda Dawood Herbal Hospital ano na enam me so enane Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a enne obi adi hu adanse na duwei edutwam Dawood ointment ose fatwi na ebeko ofa Dawood 360 capsules ose sisi na ade wom na drum yenu wei adwuma bom obi a osisi ye o yapa de obeye ne se o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a na nsa bia no na odi bia bo asawa obetimi de atua udware wi a fa Dawood ointment o de te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment Adobe, me straighten and welding. The toda, me po adwuma na me honam nyina me ye me ho bibie enye. Ba se minya sa Dawood ultimate we na me twitwi a. Na no pa so minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a. Ese kwa le me ye adwuma kura se kane no. Te do we de edi masema ma na be di so asema ma.
Ye electrician na ye adwuma ekofi a yentimi na Dawood ointment. So ye adwuma na obra okodru fi a fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa den Dawood ointment fatwi keke na ebeko
Lua me use for mama hoden pa ma metimi bo adwuma bibia e kama e ma me ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o me we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de e che otimi be bo adwuma Dawood ointment fatwi na ebeko
da bia amfo company da wo ka musa akọ spreader me secret na nu ani ebudo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa me sori anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi me babia he mente bre secret ni nie ti so person to say me a we use Dawood ointment that's the secret of my taxi driving
me a transmission gearbox specialist ejuma me ye en kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura antimi pega na asa me ma ade so na lock me sisi say fi say me share Dawood 360 capsules and Dawood ointment abo me bebre the dry you na so mente bre bia obia mo modern so betimi apɛ Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules enya biato
odofo se wate bi aduro ya meka ho asɛm no eno ho adanse ene wono madi no ko pharmacy e ben wo herbal shop e ben wo ne koto Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no wo so bedi ho adanse wo pese wo frɛ ya eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717 baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house open Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules
akwa no awa Mohammed mamra ho na FIFA FM kakra wa Africa
Sergio kitwa bi unse 12 November that's month here wo mi me say na 5th so 7 days from now you be close the nominations for the CAF presidency wow pese o contest Sergio up till now ye nyanti obi anka o ka contest meka Patrice Motsepe why na so be call for re-election na interestingly the Kusafa region the Congress of those southern part of Africa no Sergio omunyina kwa koshim say en block Sergio omunyina declare o support for Dr. Patrice Motsepe say ontoa edwuma no so na onye the president of the Confederations of African Football up till now yen train na initially either Abu Rida or the FA president of Morocco Meka Fauzi Lekja na yati say the North African bloc no be yimu ba ko no aba be contest but up till now yen nanti obianka Sergio enwa Al Hilal Esteglal ehonum na Picho Musimani coach ni ba Sergio unfortunately Picho 3 games Sergio ningi na defeat nkwa onyan draw ba kumpu and another game ni was very very tough playing against Al Hilal
And interestingly, Mitrovic and share all the goals ningina pages mobia na nka for the video of the hat-trick. A lot of rejections. Yeah. Then time was 16-15. So la ebedu maybe nani na bemu kura say on mobobium, but he had a supportive parents. And said, Joe, he keeps on going. This season, he has been one of the high-flying players in the Premier League. But unfortunately, said Joe, about Black Stars are now koyasem.
Okay.
This is a coaching problem. Said Joe, I mean, you what's in it?
All right.
Time nusanti.
Echo ye papa. All right. Ye rem kakra Nations FC so the release be ababonten. Na yenhwem quickly. I'll say Nations FC acknowledges GFA disciplinary board judgment. Nations FC acknowledges the judgment of the Ghana Football Association disciplinary board. However, we wish to state that the club has appealed the decision, as we believe we are in good standing and have consistently acted in accordance with regulations on match days. We also wish to inform our fans, our traveling supporters and other stakeholders that Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex will continue to be a venue that doesn't tolerate any form of abuse towards officials or the playing body. Nations FC is committed to upholding the high standards of the league and pledges to ensure the safety of players, fans, and match officials at Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Now they also the omode aba no. Enti say minim se Marijata ayekradwa ne ho na meko na yeba Kwame Kid local source no bebre nsempi Ghana Football Association krata ade nyina no omo ayene krado omode ebeka koma clubs no any say Congress was a hero. Kwame was a hero. Some the kono.
Approval. Congress. Then a budget to me say GFA president no.
Yeah.
Or call the third term.
Okay.
The third term and person oko. Tiafina oma prepare document in a way.
Okay.
But man for church oma join the fahun.
Okay.
Third term no.
Into amunya for control bia ni me wa prepare.
Oma wie bibia.
Say person mo call the toso miensa.
The president of the GFA no.
All right. Enti me who say Mate say lawyer ntofianko acheche na dwin bebre so the thing na no brain okay
and sisi Subabayara is ready so it's likely say Kumasi Asante Koroko ebeba back to Babayara ebeba to omo boss
normally NSC na can some na wi
omunye but it's likely
sika kese na so beji omo no
it's likely
issue bebre na na ho okay
omo di nkomo a ompeso mo back ni other stories so
okay and the koba say me kwakofa ni what scientific herbal hospital kra to kakra aba me ba na fi ni nyina e de wonsem abremo ni da ko Asante Kotoko ono so owo around okay ni what scientific herbal hospital kra to kakra na me to so
What scientific clinic and diagnostic services onyankopon adawroma odisa yaresa bia wei abesia nom se obi biara ohaw bia da ne so bia no aye yare de onnam yenso na entimi enye de ensa ne yare ebia me no ka sei mi yare na me bebuboso no ebi kura na mantimi amo yare so oba nyankopon se onnam yenso enam haban so enam mpaibo so ebetimi atu yare na se ama ho ato ebia odie ne ye awosem na ehaw ebia oye bema no entimi sori nyina so kra me bia me ka se ansana bema ne be sori agina so no eye moja enedeko enti se moja entimi ndie furusa ne ye a bema no entimi nya dey because bema na ye dindindin na eye moja ena afele ne sa ebia owo akomayare na se wo problem bia na entimi ensori enyina so ebia me no kasa ne de ode na awu eda ho fom kojo a entimi nsori kura no nyankopon na me nso ebema na ahaban so amana sori ama wo so ho ato be ne ye meto ntia wo ho because se umema na ensori kura na eyare ho sempa because enije wani entimi enye de enjibida ebia na wo so de ne de odi kobo ania na abesne ko feni premature ejaculation oba ebi wo hono kra eye adwen mu na wɔse yɛ de yɛ cycle da bia meka sɛ bi wɔ hɔ no ma ɛnyɛ duro ɛnyɛ bibia na yɛ duro oba yɛ no bedi nkɔmɔ na sɛdeɛ problem ne sitie no yɛhwɛ ehunu problem no hanom yɛnhyɛ da ma waduro kɛkɛ yɛ ma waduro wɔ abra yɛ hunu problem no because amre sika ho yɛ den enti sɛ ɔmo obi aduro no wa onim deɛ yɛ duro ne kwakɔyɛ na sɛ ɔkɔnom aduro na sɛ ankɔ a wa nipa korɔ no ebia na wo deɛ ne yɛ typhoid so sɛ enya wa wanhwɛ ya ohunu typhoid betimi am yɛtwa wo so no epilepsy ɛkyerɛ wo ne ka sɛ ebia na wonam a wotwa hye ama wakyiniya ɛnkɔ a meso bra ene me beto nchia ebia na wo de no ɛyɛ pressure na tena so akyɛ pa ebia me no ka sɛ woda form team stroke abubu agu fam anase yare na ama na obubu agu fam team a untimi nsɔre no frame ne ni ho nkɔmɔ wonya prostate problem odun so a enyeye anase yesi wo prostate cancer na say wo ho crowd of person check say o prostate no eye adwuma ya oba ye betimi a check am ebia na wo de ne ye eba na wo pede a yankopon adom ye betimi adom aboa wo ebia na ma no wo de ne ye fibroid na haw me no ka say obi wo no ma the problem pa ye halitosis okasa esenti wo mu pa wo bepie ya so ha no ma ye behwe ba bi e free ba na yetimi ade atu ase ama wo ebia wo kɔ ye so cholesterol ebia wo kidney problem wo liver problem me no ka say yenu ama no omo brebebre infections ha omo enam say yenni proper hygienic places a ye gya na say ye dwonso ana say yinti no say infections nko ade a betimi aba ama ye nso so yetimi atuti ama ho ato ebia na wo de ne ye bone problem nkase mu na hwo papa nkase mu hwo ebia na wo de ne ye ulcer ye betu ase e de ama me no ka say ebia na wo de ne ye hernia wo de ne ye diabetes odi ani ye pressure yare bia ha obia no emre ni ntie bia na mentime mu bo yare ni nyina so ni what scientific clinic ma se atonsu ba bia free ba e wo Ghana ya oba osi oba atonsu Monaco junction bedu a number no de wuwo no 0244 087 687 ofre a mema ya ba be faw aba ho udu adansi wura banka opposite pe ene ne mo se signboard ne bo kakraka e ho ni what scientific clinic mo se e ho no mo no ya hyehyɛ ensa crate bebre ho no adansi wura bank opposite
Accra, your mile 7, Edeko Tantra Quine no. Janet Corner, your kwa hope, Ubedru mile 7 overhead, na ofre ya homa true for no eye, ye betre wo kwan.
What scientific clinic? Nyanko ponda romanti, wa hoto ebeba. Amen.
Okay, yansama mu nyina kwa babiom emra midfield action Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra emra so se yeko Newton Lati marriage ataho na ehwe se the obobo anu na ready a fabra manfo na fe yemfa local source na kan nyina enso ento amoso hello new
masom our studio ha say me das boss and yeah, Ghana Premier League in Hong Kong na messages be brave by Neymar be from UK na or kase league no dey oh who say competitive said na me can no because oh who say as a match day 9 teams no in the final third mo go production no oh who say teams no match enya double digit. Now he made mention of the fact that there's only one team so far one double digit and oh who say until league is so competitive. That's not the case. And non define competitive mama Sergio. Because competitive wa. So when in na Lagos cities who say all struggle as evidenced by the stats and games from about so far. Now I check otoko. Now I channel. As obi a person or league in other league in the top. Now Lagos cities a channel. We also talking about dreams on him so that former had a record at the 30th minute in over draw game. No, Basaka earlier in the season took out a 3-point from Asifuk. Young Apostles against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Vision and become Chelsea. You know, these are all games. Abaka said no. How other teams no are not more the favorite in a performance. You know, and my league is competitive. But in terms of the goal production, we can also applaud the defenses a protecting or goal post, you know, Emma goes in also. How about that, Neymar? So yeah, I share both ends. Goes in ma young credit defenders, you know, young credit coaches, you know, or more a defending year pano. Young court league log so be any go stars in that esro and commonly enough for go stars and a crab before young apostles and they go home. on 19 points. Nations. Now, Young Apostles, Eddie Lagos City, a ball or Mugim the Barry, table Nasa. But Osha Gold Stars, say Joe. As at 9 games I have so far, no, Gold Stars happens to be the best attacking department on 9 goals. Now, so far, no, Gold Stars and the best attack. In fact, all kind of best defenses are on the nations and back on level. I'm consider me and Sape in 9 games, so Mummy doing abono. So, can you pa in terms of the goal production in the final third, nations and the BBN Gold Stars. Mummy do not consider the lesser number of goals. Mepeseka Mr. Kwachene set mobile na omama tiefo atimi ahwe de me yedi pa na o hwe Gold Stars any nations some defense no na e ball juma but in the final third Gold Stars FBT and nations by a goal meaning say Gold Stars happens to be the best attacking side but you Gold Stars team and the coach from Paul Manson but before that there's a game back yet to me encore and that happens to be the Young Apostles and in Lagos City's game so table nasa me catch this was Lagos City's game and on the Young Apostles boy or Accra Sports the Manasseh Legon UG Sports Complex. So and how a game I honestly coach has already won reservations after the game, now or a lot of complaints officiating, but I feel in totality Lagos City's deserved the win. It was by virtue of a corner and a Lagos City's of first goal. This guy Sergio Penasempa Paul and a ball corner Now, Metaka said the major problem of your league na year especially defenders, among coaches in the problem they do. Nima de Crontia. I've been in a lot of dressing rooms. Coaches never cancel. On back field and so players never demonstrate here there for. Share the metro with TV. See, this is Young Apostles are all marking in this yellow and white jersey. I will show TV so. Now Lagos City's goal scorer no all marking no. Before the ball was kicked in, all market. Now, all market say na players no mutia. Say they ya na mumba who say money the show no. All catch your teammate and say who here jumano. You are telling the coach say who here jumano. You are telling the goalkeeper say who here jumano. But as soon as the ball moves into the second scene, no I forget to say he was marking somebody. And we're Jenny Panohomo. So watch it closely. Odi goal scorer Nechibo Kwane in fact to the full gallery of the referee. But at the time I born a buy, not 2 players and separate. One, Baku referee but Baku still has it in mind. They say, go na okoshe. There's a separation now. Almost separation is a metaka assembly. Down to concentration and awareness. Or my key player, but because first ball now hunty, he thinks it's all the deal. Well, you need a free nipana so nipana can born the shame. Concentration, awareness. How many players do drop in the box? Now, a banisana, you feel so your goalkeeper. Oh, one on one, be so height for height, near can. He was really keeping the tabs on him and making sure say, but be anyone say Joe or the one far on marking. Watch the 2 players closely. They moved. He made sure that was changing position to be following, keeping his eyes so close. But the fact that first ball from corner and arm man no who said no, we're winning a juma. Until the ball gets out of the box. Now, Mataka players in the say situations will continue to repeat itself in the game, but unfortunately, the situation that turned the first one and you're on the best the 3rd time or the next time situation will be repeated. And today, our Barakeno, Odinachi, Obieka, Yadya Tire, Judy. Look, as soon as the ball bypasses the 2 players, no, we're in the near free. What is this sort of defending? So at the time the ball arrived, we're in the need see baby cry. A banisana ublem. The coach told you, say, corner back, set pieces back, work around them. Now he follows the ball closely, forgetting, say, I think I'll mark you. That was how the first goal was scored. So Lagos City's got that momentum. It started from the Kumasi Santikotoko game now. And the second goal, the can't pray. It was at the 93rd minute, a transitional call, the 94th minute, because it was 90+4 and a ref in the torso. And Young Apostles are pushing all bodies ahead of the ball. Goalkeeper no and my ball no so quickly. He was hoping said baby or the ball that there or started counter answer. But a ball no they couldn't sustain the ball in the final third. Now they see and say they had already committed about 6 players in the final third, waiting and hoping say ball no it would arrive at the right time. But watch the situation here. Obiani Hodema of far home. Born by area ha. Now young apostles are committed 6 players in the final third. But born and Chawa said Joe. Born and Channel, this was the shape of the young apostles team. You know. Every member in the final third transfer born beba. So o share o teams in Crawford transfer born beba betom. But unfortunately, born now I could deal Legon City's midfield so and quickly the ball no. Defining idea kind of natural principles of the ball, how it travels, the speed with which it goes, the speed with which it comes back. So we say, I'm thinking on Sunday ball, they call back to young apostles defense. So, and defense was 6, and I can say I can 4 in addition to the goalkeeper. And the 4 no, and I maybe highlighted the actual no. That was how they conceded, and it was at a time Omunyina kope go na share. Keeper na long ball must bow, long ball. Obia ankofe 6 players I can't find out me highlight chiro. Meaning say I can't 4 penny wa. But me taka say me say. Who 4 defenders na omu face omu goalkeeper no. Na who 1 attacker no so face keeper no. And for so be any so the margin of recovery no is so minimal. Kiti be because who face keeper as a self face attacker no so that you have the tackling orientation by your body. But I feel no be a follow say you could go na share. Unfortunately, and a bonnet to see quickly. Now I say who bre every defender become to you say no my bre. But I'm telling you for a fact, it was a situation, a defining moment of brilliance individually. Or so board it was a long kick I showed you earlier. In 15, and I must send a ball call back to the sender and a better defense. So and then quickly the Lagos City took hold of the ball. Young apostles anti me and recover beam. And this was a crucial goal. 93 plus. Na game na score we ya nesa. And the jubilation ensued. I was dancing. Coaches in Obiani Aji. Lagos City's second successive win. Yamo coach because Abaso, ya more pressure, papa, coach. To perform under pressure, no. Na o experience and your games are all burning in fact ball kotoko na boy young apostles okay I me no so education and I'm sure this guy will be blessed by the dressing room omoni be gene hopa the counter the swift nature of the ball by Efabro Funi so ko be go stars. Coach Frimpong Manson is a dynamic coach. He's not styled by one pattern of play. Every time your show opponent in so odeba now one on the near machine here say according to dreams as a BM according to Kotoko as close according to us young all out. So he's a dynamic coach. Each and every game your babo piano the ideas is generated on the previous game's opponent in doing so also building the team there's a bit of consistency in certain departments. So ocean lineup on one averagely you have about 8 to 9 players or more feature in the entirety of the season thus far. So back in defense, Ubenya Emmanuel Kobe this season on an William Danchi or always as the left back. Ubenya Bright always as the right back. Now these guys completely on back line structure with the presence of Vincent Atenga and a Gideon Anaba. Now Gideon Anaba no changes kakra because sometimes Kevin Aponso so edit me balance but I'll be talking about Kevin. So shape no I will show you Ubenya Frank Amankwa Eric Bosomche all much consistent. Now Osha squad way 11 about 8-9 players about all the games from the starting spot. And the coach first of all money suited the strength of the players now or war at disposal as well as on the weakness of the opposition. This has been the culture of every coach. So and Ochoni changing in Sano a lot. In fact, Bibiani over the blend of the youth and of course the experience. Vincent Atenga the other day we said one of the most consistent players. Charles Kamara here, you know him. Said Diana Payne. William Danchi is a household name in our Ghana Premier League. Eric Bosomche. But don't forget, Obite Sef Frank Amankwa has been a consistent member of the Ghana Premier League, but Afeina Opesa wa achieve bibi. What has he achieved? Most of this squad no Obianya achieve bibi. In fact, in terms of achievement, I can just pick out Vincent Atenga and probably William Janchi as part of Coach Samobuadu in the team of DG League. But we 2 players in Frima, none of these guys any achiever. Yes, Roland Frimpong has been in the league for some time, but he hasn't done so much to win. So omunyina who say a break they also need to make some amends. Say yeah bomb this my boy to you 4 years. Dear na magia me family sapan enche. Frank this is similar thing. So Osha squad now. In fact, some of the times when I catch Osha teams Libya, you have a ball kickoff. You can find about 5-6 players. It defines an attacking team. Kickoff. Gold Stars has about 6-5 players on the halfway line. Hey, you ready? Say Omoko position. This defense team will person or dominating. Now how a game every time Biano Osha Gold Stars team no a moment pressure against every opponent, but there's some level of cracks in the team. So Gold Stars offensive pressure number 1. Yeah, na me who say mama opponent in the pressure even though in the final third, yeah, na shift in here pa. Because a shift in here, the ball side fullback in your support from the other guys. Every time it's a coach because of the ball side, that meaning say, baby a ball in one that angle, no, baby a place in one, a hundred walk and take kind of ball side. So by this visual on your screen, this is the ball side supporter, Gold Stars for no edema other place, you know. Now in this composition, you have Vincent Atinga as a central defender, and then you have the partner in Kevin Upon, 2 central defenders, you know, a protecting the right back, and of course the DM Frank Amankwa. So this has been the shift for Brady Gold Stars. Since I bought the left back, you know, over who the left central defender, no, and the left back, you know, as well as the other partner for Frank Amankwa, which is Sadat Mohammed. It's every time the other Sadat supports Frank Amankwa as part of the double pivot. But Sabona shift to call left back and Sadat Ebeko, not Frank hold you on. Just as Bona shift about right back, Frank Amankwa Babe Soswa, who the back forward. So the shift work, especially without the ball, said be 2 laterals, you know, quality support from the other department, and it makes it quite tougher. So Obe Rebbe Gold Stars team without the ball. There's always some level of good support for the defensive structure. Now, one phenomenon about the team now, in fact, technical team now discuss is the one-on-one situations. Ayana at 2 Gold Stars. You know. One, this is down to organization. A qualified goalkeeper bear one-on-one with the attacker. A bonus now, we are asking questions. Say other players, you know, now I'm sure put it to say where did they go? As I keep asking these boys, and he found out and he found out freeba. Why has the system, the structure been disrupted? By a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's the keeper in a several situation. What consider no? And even by virtue of this picture, what consider have? Who a quality attacker or show? Who a good striker or finisher ball we say? But why has Emmanuel Kobe been serving the one-on-one situations? And why does even the one-on-one situations happen in the first place? And he found a place in a call. Why don't they fall back in the structure as soon as possible? Whenever we are in 10 overs. So opposition teams in the moon share here. A bunny saying a DNA mark cracks by the team Emmanuel Kobe. Yeah, no, one-on-one, sir. A critical situation at 2 more time. But one, it's down to the lack of offensive pressure. One-on-one situations not 20 Gold Stars. Where did the players go? Where is the structure? I keep asking. The other day, Namibusa Mediama, Namibusa Brekum Chelsea. If all Pesako show opponents now what do you watch the Hoso Kakra without the ball, what really happens on the counter situations? Who holds down our defensive structure? So one-on-one, the keeper no sevubi or any from a young chap up a lot of opportunities, plays with a lot of hunger, so agile and very flexible. Without the ball, he's been doing the job. But why does the system continue to get cracked, especially without the ball? Gold Stars more share. If you want to win the league, win it handsomely. And yet to say defense bakumienu and yeah, me person is a kwachimo twa de ne ba no mo hwe ne yie pa. This has been the situation. I repeat it quite often. One-on-one situation. One-on-one situation. Atinga, where did you go? Kevin Upon, where did you go? Did you communicate to somebody? Where is your DM? Who protects you? So, opponent for no. Mama money na ho. One to me pa. This has been some of the situations that man for Bokobi, Ibano Kobi Abaso. But 2, I'll be telling you one secret. The amount pressure and the defense and I say there is no existing offensive pressure. Because of offensive pressure, attack and cause more capable Nigeria. Yeah, no pressure, Ben, or put you on the position. Or put more pressure, or more any more and more hoping so opponent and a from so son of Bona Bedio more. No moment me and Jabon on our committee about 4-5 players in the final third. Yeah, fashion with team say a 200 the whole. Now, almost me trap with mobile Senequadia. Not just say about a year one-on-one. So watch it. Or second for Tony say a funny option, but you are the born here too. Meaning, so Jenny Pabbe 4-5 hours. And I've been asking this: why does the system get so cracked easily? About opponent in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So consider Ben a Kobe best save team. If you want to win the league, know what to do. So it's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper once again. Yes, I understand, sir. Kevin fell down. But Atinga and a Bright, a hit for concentration, it keeps repeating itself. No opponent for no one else. These are some of the things that has been repeating itself. Oh, we're going to go Stars defense, no more offensive pressure anyhow. We will say 4-5 players. Oh, kudos, Kobe. What a real save. Now, the Biana keeper, but so me Judy defense in the But Kobe is doing a fantastic job, not only against a single opponent. But my key question is, the kind of counter situations that repeat in the team, is so apparent and so repetitive. The 20 media 1-on-1, the keeper never hold the not just a ready. I mean, Boro who do West in the Kakra. It's been repeating itself. The goalkeeper has been awesome, been serving some good clear-cut chances. But where has the structure been? Where has the concentration been? Every time we drag the ball, Gold Stars structure need to say. Now, maybe because the Gold Stars are not really the best team in the league. Yes, Franco, I would agree with you with regards to numbers, with regards to the stats. But in terms of the total play, Gold Stars hasn't been the best in the league. There are a lot of things to be taken advantage of, if indeed. Now, opponent of one so I say, what makes Gold Stars the best attack? And I said the attack is full of pace and energy. Very athletic guys. And we will say Gold Stars attackers and all here. So maybe we say Dreams defense and more here. This is Atakumi. Atakumi by Gold Stars afia your Bokarala pay. Now, over America on the game, man, Fabo ni Jawa, and Yawadina Saw tracking, say Joe. Now, on new boss so crowd, yeah, forget to home just one for and for this reason, Gold Stars a lot of set pieces around this zone because team the ball with a lot of pace and speed. It is the only so lose ball in the final 10 who chase Gold Stars there. You are about to make a foul around this zone or Obejai team now consider. So, in as much as team know what the weaknesses very clear. Our team, the team also has some good chances, good strength. Our team, especially in the final third. So team in counter say or Kasa or Koshawa. It is as easy as that. Or the ball number 2 nets to see. Some of the goalkeepers need to say a Siako or Hayade pa for Dreams or Yajuma for who can opponent be say Adriana Hotreno, Masaud or Piaba. So for counter there, in fact, me nations is in China. Teams away a league you but the Gold Stars and a Kotoko so counter situations they are as fast as possible. So the Gold Stars my defense and the natural but don't forget they also have some firepower in the final third. Real speed on the ball, real pace and athleticism, exhibition of show. Every time there's a Gold Stars Akasa or bounce. So look, this was a situation. Diana Nana Air built out offensive transition. They lost the ball midway. And at the end of the day, many among Gold Stars quickly or the ball now acquire. And so Joe, every team on this earth, Madrid shouldn't be, Barcelona shouldn't be, who else? Manchester, they are from Kakra. Every team be on the weaknesses, on the strength. Gold Stars strength, and then say, but Gold Stars, so I know very careful. Because the team need to take you off they've been winning set pieces here. They sustain the pressure in the final third. Na pressure no wo nyame amwa obedi buga na obefa and that is why uko bibia ne nipa ba ko meta body ba ko apia makati because afa na obe return and in his absence team nanya a lot of free kicks around the box because opponent ni betwa the team attacks with pace and are so swift. And yes, defensively the team has its weaknesses, but in the final third, in the midfield especially, team no dominating power. It is when it goes Stars a bar. Now finishing has been a major problem for Ashgold. Gold Stars. They create a lot of chances, yet they fail to score all of them. This is another major problem. Team no creating a lot of chances, yet they score few. It's in as much as team na share 9 goals as the best attack thus far no. And you don't know right in the final third, taking advantage of set pieces and dead balls. Gold Stars would have probably been hitting 18 goals. I'm telling you this. 18 goals would have been 2 goals per game because we are 9. But they keep wasting chances in the final third. A lot of chances go begging. This is Gold Stars attack. You might say, 9 goals, yeah. No. Going by the production of the chances, the goal scoring should be equal in addition to that, but that has never been the case. Now, team closely, chances are more saying they are missing some key guys in the squad. Key guys, say last season no and attack me by I feel now adjusted to team no, but or the key striker now. Alex Assor had a 10-goal contribution in about 1,513 minutes of football, but our injury I feel over. Apart from say Alex Assor and Yamaya no say Joe. Okay, last season Abednego Tete, the top scorer last 2 seasons for the side, was let go. So Gold Stars Assor my Prince Edu Kwabenakwa Ibrahim La omunyina Prince Eko Saudi and Ibrahim La ewo in Suatreman Sesia Kasai. So in the final third no Gold Stars giant strikers bebre ma omokoye. Key players and unya obi to say Apau Bibiani Messi. Mame fa say Joe Thames to be so. Apart also injury, but the most important department so far is the defense. Kevin upon not your coach from Poman so back elbow the pattern and the anchor or not the in Suatreman say. Now Kevin by exhibition of maturity. Major boy in the power. I love his football. Very calm, yet very unrelenting. Gideon and about a young chap has the future ahead of him. Philip Ofori from Suatreman. Omunyina baba shisha musa CI and the leader of that department and Crawford and now Oniho Vincent Atenga. Me my captains be brewe league mo. My boy Richard Osajman, my boy Abaso as a captain, Zakaria Fuseni as a captain, me penasem, Ganiyu, one of the captains, me penasem, but woman no my juma or my captain, where you calm as a leader, Vincent Atenga. I mean, very, very calm now. We're serious to say. He's the leader in the back line, has been orchestrating everything. Our strength and the strength here of the ball, how he organizes the other guys. This is Gold Stars and everything you need to see when you're Gold Stars. So Refi Kalawa available a bonus, now you're offside and you're say ref. Would that camera room? Would that camera room? Would that camera room? I call my ref.
Okay. Enti Ranuko.
Refikala thought in any refikala has a kitwa video about chief. And money how crowd kit.
As I have me 25 minutes, na mi peja mi mu. Kwa Mickey LPMs, local stories, Nida Kon Abaha, Samson Abbas, and so ewa refikala. Oye late na said do.
Oh, ref, one fan. Ref, pack a can be ball game over the weekend. We say now on second clip back when I would send him menu. Now, question is, off and on of this was the go park and a share ready, a born offense. So now, opponents in here, why you make a cry? Kim Faisal, another big side. So, off and you're off. Chief, trash, ref, or honomo. It was tight and you're tight. Now, ref, no decision to say. This was at the time of the kick.
Yeah, say, oh, share, and your mommy inside the offside now. Makase, I say at the time of the kick. Where was the player? Was he interfering with play? Was he interfering with an opponent? Was he getting advantage by being in that position? Yes. So at the time of the kick, you could see, say, ball and Banho. If you look at this is the last but one defender of Kingfisher of
goal scorer in here.
Yeah, and the last but one defender of Park Academy, Kingfisher defense. So if you look at the attacker and this player, they are online. What we say, we no put you onside. So there's some starting attack now. You could see, say, there's nowhere we're about offside. And at the time I heard the ball, I'm between me and me. White in any way, one hide. White, on the investor, on the player, we want to ahead.
For the matter,
they don't know that is. And your man, I say, yeah, now educate you, yeah.
White,
yeah. So you could see, so the white in the defender.
From the angle of this.
Yes, you could see some white, and the defender. And if you watch it clearly, that time referee was good. He was on the line.
In a line,
yes. Do you know, so one of my young boys.
And Krana.
Yes, and I'm one and this is the first match I obeyed.
Okay.
So now in TRC and I'm catching say no, he did well. If you watch the defender and you watch the attacker, clip now there's nowhere near player no obey offside. So 3 cardinal points in the BNY chase attacker no. So defender no, this defender put this attacker onside.
So it's a clear goal.
It's a clear goal and he scores. So they are quite to do. If you watch the clip very well, at the time of the kick, you could see, say, look at that player. Oh man, offside, baby. Yes. And they are possible on someone. Now on Ben, they are cano. You see, at the time of the kick, where was the player? Was he having 2 opponents before him on the goal line?
Was he interfering in play? Was he interfering with an opponent? Was he gaining advantage by being in that position? If you watch all this, it's out. So the Aston referee did well and the referees did well. It was a perfect goal. So let's commend Joseph Arisabi there.
Thank you,
okay. Referee Kala and Newton Latte marriage at and then Muslim Uncle Ash Gold and we were acquire demo Epenu Gold Stars. People should remember Seydou Bansi's first season at Asante Kotoko from Dwarfs and other players. It's not easy, but I believe players should also have tough mental attitude and challenge themselves. Ebenezer Kwesisefa and the way Eba say coach and the more power. What about players? Asmana Obusa and no quickly. Mama here DDD na minko. DDSA, all our GPL teams have 9 games, and Kotoko is the only club that is here to score 2 or more. This is an unpopular record for a big club like Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I don't think Otunfo spent his money for this kind of poor achievement. Boss, Dr. Ogum can't say his players are politicians again, so he must set up DD Akomadan Senior High School and anyway Abreye. And then Dr. Ogum birthday. Once again, yes, I'm wishing a happy birthday. The birthday messages are with the money. I know Espa. Ni mako share me LPMs no mu kakra. Na yes Sunday, ni wa dubiase ebo match ewo Lenkley Saturday and Sunday mo bo Sunday against Accra Heart of Lions. Musimo mo moda na amanfo befra edi nura kofra akoye park no so ma nti mo ampene mo ma bobo no ema nti ni odi biase am match ni Saturday na mo ko boy Sunday na mo lusu ye ni odi biase Monday anye se sa time na se division 1 for bo match on bo Monday winning
Oni biase no
on stadium hono ubekaya ball Young Apostles na pitch no nya ubekaya. That was our first home game I ever
okay.
And until now, say, Penny Fortress na almost my pitch no, I be okay for association football.
Yeah.
And if I tell you how much they have invested to that pitch now, and easy. Now, one more idea na show Monsano. Normally, a day before every league game be ball home no. Omoko yem eduma park no so also omoko traso maybe a grass problem one say omoshe na renovate whatever it is on the picture ombeye no na omoaye moreover no e no because ye boy your whole matches wo ho ntino team no eye training last training session wo ho on Saturday before the match day ye no at 4 p.m. It is a team no go training at 4 now ye ball division 1 league match was what do you think will happen? You know we but you know I said this is the situation. And team be no be ball match a day before the game no you train.
Okay.
What be a ball match no. It's no a whole match in the I say a train no ho no mo. It's no more kind almost so almost here. And we there you can
out there say na musu no.
No.
Say Abbas no.
Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Enye dress em kra. Enye
me kwaba. Me kwaba no mebusa. Me kwaba no mebusa.
Na mi nshira se wa mo. Abu Salam na mi nshira se wa mo. Na mi yiwe film.
Me kwaba no mebusa. Say is it true after the game military ni police and escort to team no Bedru as far as Akokari and Sana Omujam Honum Deba now is it true so as fans ni be a train ya obi akonomon kwanse de biom no ogun wasabuka see one or two questions and Sana omo a free pitch na so nsem bebrebe yakoba na always en kamre wumpa say so Kumasi Sports Stadium so akwa make say en kan chem so say I ready bibi I ready enti mon sign emra back
make I ready today
Kumasi Sports ni na yakoba na so you know e dey enti Kumasi no mo baba na mo ma
o say
yes I ready
sir
yes
oh nyawe
no ba ye catch them so mo nya we ye catch them it is the Kumasi I ready say here we ba
that's a grass sports stadium so
some for pania obwase ehu
say a grass stadium say grass sports stadium so ready
abusa wasem
Ubaba. And anyway, I ready.
Ubaba.
Your concentration a game against Bechem.
Something up and
yeah. But we are as I be your next one match. No,
me come matches in Miss Bayara. Ubaba back.
Yet this week.
Bambaba.
Meant to
me this week.
Meant to me.
Fans no mope Bayara na some pebwasi.
Media until Sanka Salusi by no. Na me okay. Boise. I'm very okay.
We are close to the team.
Yeah, now you're
coach,
very okay.
Team,
they are okay.
On pebwasi.
Yeah, they are okay. Yeah, they are okay.
This is the okay. The one you imagine some baba.
And their management decision. But for now, they are okay.
What a mekaba.
No, because I'm from Penia. Boise.
Say players. They say more register 23 players.
That's why.
And
two Adjani.
Aka 21.
Na 3 goalkeepers.
And goalkeepers yemiansa. Uti 21 make say 18. And I say Albert Amo Swepra. And the money players and a Kubitin.
Ukumapima.
Apim Baba. All right.
Nyapim agree capim way you.
Aye. Me opani bi. As well as Musa Nibia, obey you and know you and also still believe.
Agree capim no can no.
Open answer be if you know or not trust still believe. No can be young. Man have work for still believe.
Totina 74 draw papa kope Totina 74 draw ni benom wonum Totina 74 be boa wie papa immune system booster draw enu nti wonum boost immune system no ema ho di bam yare ntimi mbo obi a wo fatigue chese wa bre asthma na hawo wo ulcer wo fibroid wo covid anase HIV na hawa HIV shene so ebesoso anu ye de amount obi a wo gonorrhea wo cancer pampan furu no ba no enya pampan papa o pressure no wosoro o blood pressure no so wosoro bomode o sugar no wosoro o prostate o chest pain gonorrhea syphilis and awa Totina 74 and was nom any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobiano obenya Totina 74 ni bi atona wo so wetimi akwakonom obedum aseda house bi wo ha obetima frɛ on number we so 0246 073498 0246 073498. Latest foam, your partner for life. Wabrabum yonko any latest foam. Kope latest foam for V so funny be na kotinem. Unya V so funny be etenemwa. Ebeboa ye papa na L so fano V so fano aye 6,500 Ghana. L no aye 3,100 Ghana cedis. Diobe ni se obobo modern na watobi o single room self container wetima rent no anasa o dine wetimi esiewe no kopa akonya papa na obiaba wetimi atena so. Herbasol cream in a sachet, Herbasol cream in a tube. Bema boajuma woni obeshema e wo se nijie eba edemamo wo ye bema na ni obeshem na enijie no entimi wie peyo wontimi satisfy obani ye dia e Herbasol cream no and the was apply be obe apply be 30 minutes our penis no wo apply we a ebeboa wo no obeshema obetimi abo adwuma ye papa bema ho bantem bema ntimi satisfy ba bema oba ne ba no okwa onsanso mbabiom wedro no eye Herbasol cream edi agiatum na Herbasol cream no ye de otimu ho ene wo de osashe mu ho into oto anu wa hye so any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobia no obenya bi ato ukono wenya bia no afre yen your number is 0244 750 510 wo bia wenya stroke anaso bia beso bon ban fi stroke home anaso bia tenase kakra bi no abre wo bia anase ta chichew nan edu wo so you see Flezon 600 wonum Flezon 600 a ebeboa ema blood circulate ebeboa ema stress na ofem no esu etwa e de amount stroke na how no esu betwa e de amount edro no Flezon 600 and wasamunum elephant herbal mixture e wodwa so 100% herbal obi a koko na how koko de yarbone untimi fato emienu entenasia elephant herbal mixture and the wasamunum and a sadikaba powder would jasso and also beboa will be a cocoa house untimi numadro the here so cocoa a year sadikaba powder nibi would be pity timu ukokom a janibia would dibiemu ne to asem at the amount and an elephant ointment would jasso usisi ukoto je waposo romanticism and a hawa unam baby and ahuna elephant ointment and I use a betimi aboa any drugstore chemical shop biano obetimi enye biato Franco Trading Enterprise eton laptops wope laptop enato wope Nokia phone wope Samsung phone wope iPhone smart television 32 inches to 85 air condition ena pe biato deep freezer anase open CCTV camera and a pebiato Franco Trading Enterprise your branches in Kwa Insia and Okumase Bako Bay Ejaba Jewel Wadum Bako Bay Challenge Bishop Ewadum Bako Bay Old Malcolm Ewadum Bako Bay Kofo Clinic and a Bako and so Kijetia Emubianu Borawa Obenyama Papa Nibin and so ato Reform Herbal Center Wamo Adaroma and a Reform Herbal Miss Channel de abedwaso na Reform Herbal Mist channel and Reform Power Capsules no and Femika 442 no eye dra onum betimi aboa obema benom eye Reform Herbal Mist channel na wanom eye Reform Power Capsules na ka ho woba obenum Reform Herbal Mist channel na wanom Femika 442 no enso aka ho obi a pressure wo so o sugar level no wo so o diabetes obi a empona na 9933 anase mpomogudo nya de prostate ne ye kese o sisiare when any infection bomade kopebito any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobiano obenya biato ye number 0244 626 166 ofre on number we so a yabejo so na yaboan amansa etimi akebi semensha golden more grand opening no official grand opening no baso den efiada ebeya e was semensha golden Tech Road behind Insra and Love FM Trope and na bra na yamwao bra na beka ho na semesha godimo yembiano anopa 10 a.m. if yada ebe and the jumediano ebetimi ashasiem dana na numere mifri Kumasi fashion and music night ebekosum 7 p.m. and o ebekosum Saturday 9th of November 10 a.m. ya the convoy ebeko Kumasi Monteso kasa wodo and ebeko ya kan kwan so na fe ya kire ya ye yikire e de kire se elections no ba be baso to bia no enhye nsum na fe omboa na se me hye godimo yentimi bia no yewia na fe de me free Kumasi concert na timi abaso ho ene juma kese no enyina wo kodwantwi eba kimpaluta eba kofi kinata eba osekom sikani eba se nsum eye free MCs Jumara na nkasa Loving C odi mu tintimai Napman account MC portfolio and MC Texas omunyina account bi eno ti semensha godi mo dwumedie no baso den Asabet edu tukwan edu na kire Dubai single occupancy 1649 double occupancy per head 1899 with airline ticket hotel with breakfast or visa or round trip airport transfer desert safari tour marina cuisine half day city tour ni nyina kan bi na wutie sesi kenya de wako ye wo Kumasi Bantama High Street no building a atwema mponi awura bango mu no sa building no mu ene wo ye number 0246603711 Republic Bank Banga I also do sikasem kodomo Republic Bank ye bito banking ye digital banking wo pe loan e de atoka pe loan e de atok edan pe loan e de wewe dwumemu a ye bema bi interest rate no e wo form credit cards and apebia ye beboa amansa etimaka investments and apesa wo ye SMEs corporate and digital banking ni no e koso Republic Bank bank bi wo do ho koto mo so ye boa ma sikasem etimi koye di ma sa bank no ebi ene Republic Bank general yemfa ensi hanomo
okay enti minim se me ba 2-3 minutes sorry din kan no nkwano
sa
yinti kakra bi na fe me mani ni about so be 3 minutes
okay general Ghana Football Association decide this is the say no one more person the president of the GFN no timiko third term kan ho na te so ko 2 terms we are o third term no wetimi akwafe na my document na we won be so me de ko congress na congress akwagitum na ketiye so kreko te so sabri otiminya ne tetem eko lawyer Ntomfianko lawyer we former division 1 league board chairman and osanso eka wo mo chro Ghana football mmara no waka bi wasanso former executive council was it die na ket waye efiso be so ye football mu achievement papa ben waya okọ se e mane tetem kan congress mtungu mo bia njintum lawyer Ntomfianko
ọmọ aláfọ tẹtẹ ma ẹni jẹ ẹsẹ nso ẹsẹ aláfọ tẹtẹ tẹbi pẹmpọ fikura náà since we can time obey give which amani was they can do ye to dying age 11 for dying free the message since we can time broke and every office was studio a slate on back or only 3 years 3 years or although achievement then why on on the landmark achievement to say or Bayern they say a total of 3 in FIFA 73 the landmark achievement to power the papa can say continental to say you're born on the buy you move your born on no FIFA 1980 it was Congress no FIFA me who peer one to football now I'm going to say in the 7 school next year 30 years is they cancel and the Butler Jeura Ben Kofi Yahoo was here to the only says the ball by India this will be a baby at them. For some beings is so quoted, for some beings an achievement is all quoted. The achievement is partnership. Munka Baku Chen. Munka Aircraft is see that your top out to see that they cancel. They call as they can cancel media.
Okay. SMP and Uran Tofianko. And other people, the Atuja, Afa, third tema, FNO, Amo, Epesomoko, Raketo, Kreku. Yaba 4 p.m. Mushai, na the Hunsen Bibri, and so Bremo. All right, Maminko ni Dako, Namiman be 2.5 minutes. Nam the same, and so I'm Abbas. Now, Safu Jemfi, the Emsa team, no, I don't know, say, you know. Say pre-season, no players who are more confidence on the ball, no, or say, who's our confidence in the bill. Ewo team no, onwa the team that you call Cape Coast, Ekoshe Kotoko Gold Stars. Now, players now hockey kappa, especially entry, no many others. Fasa ho kan mo ball ni biom. Now what is going on? A question na obusa me na me say this and now with me sansem no ano. Amutu no a footballer. The Emma Dwarfs Asante Kotoko obo Hatofuk ekra and so yeah. Onya ne baby ko ye no. Me pamcho me mende be and yebisi amutu na yiri nyina na beba so. Na matches bi beba so. Na me yadma Friday. The whole same nyina no na me yadma yede okay, inti yemfa ntu adwene se me menda. Amutu ni
Sergio. Yeah. Messi supporters yes, meaning Yaudia supporters FM. I'm one of them. Since Sunday, I can't do crachel. Bedu kumasi mempieda till this morning. Ready for one frame in idea. Because a team like Asante Kotoko, 2 assistant coaches, head coach, we have 2 video analysts, and then we have everything at our disposal. We have squad. I mean, players are crying, the quality. I mean, now, never say a Koswa. You should understand the pain of the supporters. And make say the supporters AKBiano Omodika and they are speaking out of pain. Is it not surprising say that yet the supporters are not happy? Understandable. But Mestre Omo, baby I do know. And yet time I will say I possibly blame. Sergio, we can't blame anybody. We can't.
Okay.
Because whether we like it or not, we register 23 players. Out of 23, no, Miensa are goalkeepers.
Bobo pitches with 23 players.
23 players.
And I'm registered.
And I register. Out of 23, Miensa are goalkeepers. Ebeka 20 players. Yeah. Good. Mienu Adjani. Aka 18. 18. And now you can say, your main marksman, Abetamwa. I don't think so. Bet me I could be him.
Wow.
Enti onufima
17.
Like a 17. Already now one of under 20 players said you a can squad on no so okay. So who say there are so many issues surrounding the club now. Empire never say boss. Empire never say boss.
Empire.
Me who yeah
I'm prepared empire.
I say empire na yet to me. I have no kakra. Na second window here FD letter by December ye be na dia wo say ye no na yetumi aye ye ko be this weekend nyame adu ochira meba ha
it's over me no won say
meba
oba ntema me more time Abbas no pepper stress ye oh kasa na wu
stress ye ba house of folk how na tu efie ni ye ma bi tu obi woni fie e de kwa mienu ye mo so be efie baako ndiye de so che mo mbe hye ye wa kra
nyina bo bebe
ta bi amuro bebe sa ni ya bebe pesa go ye hye mienu mo so hye baako what you say
baako den nim si baako
what you say tie
is it true say Kotoko the only team omo share
more than two
more than one goal
more than two
I don't think so
no
yeah share two yeah but I don't think it is only Kotoko
Kotoko nko
me find out
let's find out
Kotoko 1 today one am na 0 ya share the American say nyame adum say house of folk ye hye say ni Jesse ni bi sufin kan ba so jo na say Jesse no no agent, no middleman, no collateral, BBN.
And so far, and so
go for Jesse, you told we are more than 17 cities. But as I was saying, for me, more because Jesse did a company be the choir bro. He did any of the Sika coin, your company. Yenya could try to no designer. A designer be any
achievement.
Achievement to be a TV film.
Just if you are Cracker Center.
And yes, says the be a good chapter half. Has I 2 ban was to 2 ban was to 2 ban was to 2. You say 2 dia ba no to 300 good chapter half say obi amra 300 Ghana series ba ko sare tie because you say 2
hey na odi yen get to compare yen dia o
masa we just no
just to compare hope brand just who a branded just like hope brand to a brandless just like House of Folk just we compare more cultural center we be compare yen dia no it doesn't match
you be say nkran pamela kra be say na kra wa yen fan ko ba bi ka je no wa ati ase e fe no na asema ba just no mo dia no mo ton wi o musika ka 17 series o mo dia ka 17 series dia nyina ba ye ho ti dia kan say ye da kondo out of line for us ye nua no o mo Randiabi Mr. Randiabi also a 60-40 oh see
no so one show
o share
and one show
o share ni home ni home no share and o share Kotoko hi na wonim say abia o ka ze buachi quando face ya omo she omo wanne buachi ko kati amango wo ja say wo ka bobuziwo akra bobuziwo me be kan say wo sa kai Waterloo quando out of Lions and wo boase and they from Savannah Bania so boase
o de men
3 points still
o de men
what did you say see anu moy Johnny boy
how many matches are abo
you know why you boy jay you know why you go jay
ya chewo
Kenny abo
Savannah Bania about 9 ya chewo 3 points
Savannah Bania
ensansia no 9 pepepe ewo extra time jumedi no so Kessben 93.3 eda mu nyina se breaking news up next me who say Kofi Apia Unity akramo